Well, hello there, whiskey folk, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friend, live from the shed on a Wednesday night. How's it going? Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's COVID free. Hope everyone's getting back to work now. I've been back to work myself for 2 weeks now, so it's time to crack open the lockdown whiskies, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, I just wish everyone good health. Hope everyone's keeping well. Been a couple of weeks since I've got back to work, so I'm getting back into the swing of that. No more of them lie-ins, lying in bed till midday and all that kind of stuff. I'm getting back up with the grind. So I've managed to slot some time in tonight. I've got a couple of days off now, so I'm off Thursday and Friday. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into another 5-hour live stream. I know the last two have got kind of out of hand. I'm going to try my best this time not to. But as you know, anything can happen when the Whiskey Friend goes live. So I'd like to firstly give a big thanks to last live stream I had Jason at the Mash Drum on. Big thanks to Jason C for that. I hope you all found it very interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Had a great time with Jason. Had a great time after Jason left. So that's fantastic, that, Jason. I'm sure everyone's subscribes to his channel. If you haven't, go over and have a pop and have a look at the Mash and Drum and subscribe to that. So it's absolutely fantastic. So tonight, what we got in store tonight, I think I've got a lot to get in tonight. Lockdown's over for me. I'm back to the grind. So I did do a video a couple of weeks back saying that I was going to get some lockdown whiskies to help celebrate when the lockdown was over. I know it's not over for everyone. I know it's slowly but surely getting there. Different parts of the world, I think they're still in it, and some are open, some are closed, some are ready to open. So it's different times. But for me, the lockdown's over, so I'm ready to kind of celebrate with some whiskies. Just before I crack on with the whiskies, I'll just have a quick look and see who's in. So I know there's a few in a minute. Let me just pop back. I know I had Mark Slinger was usually in. He's one of the first ones in. I know Donna Pass Whiskey Tim, I think he's popping in and out. Did see Lee J. Brown. Nice to see you, Lee G. How's the whiskey journey going, my friend? Seen all them nice pictures and all them nice samples that you've been getting into. Let's see who else is in. I think Andy C's in, if I remember right. Yeah, Andy C's in. How you doing, Andy? Thanks for popping by, mate. Mike Meyer, how you doing, Mike? What time have you got over there, mate? I think Mr. Slinger's doing a bottle kill at the minute. I'm trying to pick which bottle he's doing. Steve, Whiskey Brewers in. How you doing, Steve? How are them samples going that I sent you, buddy? How you getting on with them? Let us know. Mark Goins is in. How you doing, Mark? Thanks for popping in, mate. And there's Bronco. How you doing, Bronco Rog? Well, yeah, we've got a few in, popping in slowly but surely. Tony O'Neill. How you doing, Tonio? Is it Tonio? Tonio? Forgive me if I've got that wrong. Soren SRN. Wow, that looks like that might be a new name. A dram per day, keep Corona away. Yeah. I've been doing more than a dram a day there, Soren. Gabriel's popped in, so I take it the Zoom call's finished. The review just popped into both. Emily Chambers, how you seeing, Emily? Nice to see you there, Emily. Emily Chambers is there. Nice to see the ladies popping in. Malt Monk, oh, Dark Cove, oh, he's jumping a gun. Robert Hayes, they're all piling in now. Let's have a look. I think that might be me pretty much caught up to date. Yeah. 13 at the minute. Chuffed with that. I think it must be the whiskey because it might not. I don't think it's me. I think it's the whiskies I've all come for. So I won't mess around with that. I'm in. Robert Hayes is in work, just having my break. Thanks very much, Robert. Again, guys, I'd like to. I know I'm trying to do this simultaneously on Facebook. So unfortunately, I'm unable to see Facebook in a minute. So if you're watching on Facebook, just drop those comments in and I'll catch up with you later on. Or if you want to pop over onto YouTube, I can catch up with you in the comments on YouTube. Okay, got a couple more late arrivals popped in. Tim Alex popped in. How you doing, Tim? Dark Cove, Dark Cove, Dark Cove. Well, I don't know if Dark Cove's going to be the one, but we'll have a go. Oh, here we go. Anthony Macaronitis. Forgive me, Anthony, if I've butchered that one as well. Here's the Flying Hussar 303. Bart's popped in. Everybody's shouting Dark Cove. Whiskey Malt Content. How you doing there? Nice to see you. Vlad. No, Vlad. Guys, Vlad's got a Polish whiskey channel. If you want to pop over and have a look at Whiskey Malt Content, drop a quick subscription, guy, and you might want to learn a bit of Polish at the same time. So, and there's Andrew popped in. Give me one, give me two. Oh, my our baggies in. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you, mate. It's been a while since I heard for you. Whiskey friend, dude. How you? I'm doing fine. How are you, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Ian Cockcroft. My, we've got a few in at the minute. So, the plan. Yeah, I put a little poll out on YouTube. I don't know if any of you got involved in it. I know there was quite a good response. I think I had 78 people responded to it. I know when I did my video, I had about, I think it was 6 or 7 bottles. I think I had the Talisker, Game of Thrones I think I had a Eagle Rare bourbon, and I did the Longmorn 15s. But the fact I didn't want to put 8 bottles on a bowl, so I've cracked probably what I thought is 5 of the best. Probably I probably should have put the Longmorn 15 on as well, but I'll do the Longmorn 15 on a different day, guys. So the poll went out, and it was the Ardbeg Dark Cove, the Lagavulin Jazz, the Hazelburns 13 and 14, both of them, and the Glen Scotia Tawny Port. So that was the poll that went out. The result that came in just before I came on tonight was, in no particular order, Ardbeg Dark Cove 28%, Jazz 8%. I don't know what happened to Lagavulin Jazz. Don't know what happened to the Hazelburn 13 because that only got 4%. And then the two that came out top, it was the Hazelburn 14 and the Tawny Port came out both on 30%. So I've got a wee bit of a tie in a minute. So I'm definitely going to do the Tawny Port, and I'm going to definitely do the Hazelburn 14. You guys have now got the chance to influence me now whether I open up the others. So dive in. Dark Cove's there, Lagavulin Jazzy's there, and the Hazelburn 13's there. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on these tonight. If I've got time and you want me to do the 15 Longmorn, then I might crack the 15 Longmorn as well. And then just while I'm here, and I may as well get this out here, I'm prepared. I'm going to do a little. Let me just see if I can figure my way around this. I'm going to do a little giveaway tonight, which if you pop onto that, if you super chat tonight, guys, all the samples that I open, I'm going to put them all into a pack. And then when I come back on my next live stream, I'm going to let you have a sample of each of them. I might do 2 or 3 lots of it. So it's all down. If you want to super chat, you put yourself in with a chance for that, guys. There's a full pack of these 5 or any 5 whiskies that I've got. If you want to put them into a pack, I can put them into a pack. And I'll even chuck in one of my little whiskey friend coins as well. I know a lot of you already have them. So if you haven't got one, then this might be your chance to get a hold of one. So just before I crack on with the first one, let me just see if anybody else popped in. I think I saw a few more coming in there. Yeah, I think Welsh Toro I got. Renz de Klerk, how you doing, Renz? Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm up to date with these. So where do you think I should go first, guys? Am I going to go? I don't know if I want to go peated first. I've been sipping away on the Legacy, Glengoyne Legacy at the minute, get me warmed up. So, where am I going? Am I going Hazelburn 13? Is that the one? Start on sherry. Dark Cove is a nice dram, but a good dram, it's overrated. Oh, it's overrated. Oh, Welsh obviously doesn't want me to do the Dark Cove, so that might put a downer on it for the rest of you. So let me find my way into this. Love Glengoyne Legacy. Yeah, I'm having one myself. Yeah, Neil. Oh, Neil's up for the Dark Cove, eh? How you doing? Nice to see you, Neil. Thanks for popping in, mate. So here we go. Let's get myself a fresh glass. Get rid of that. Okay, these bottles, guys. Just before I crack into it, well, I will pour it and I'll talk a little bit while it's opening up. Let's see how this is. Wow, there's the Draminator. Nice to see you there. Oh, nice. Wow, look at that. Oh, wow. I think I over poured that, guys. I think I poured a big in there. But it's Oloroso sherry, so I know that's going to go down well. Let me put that's where that's opening up, guys. Yeah. A lot of these bottles, guys, obviously due to my collecting days, I did buy a lot of bottles. I thought, yeah, I'll buy that and collect it. I'll buy that. The Olorosos, I did buy a couple of each of them, and I have done them in way back, probably 18 months, 2 years ago. I definitely did the 13 in. The 14 went very, very quickly. So I did enjoy them, but I did buy a lot of them with the intentions of keeping them just as collecting. But as you know, my YouTube journey's changed and I'm pretty much drinking everything that I've got at the minute. So I was in two minds whether I should crack these open, but as usual for my whiskey public, I thought, yeah, I'll do the guys a treat, let them have a sample of this and see what's going on. So I was really, really torn about opening them, but hey, it's whiskey, innit? Pleasure's in the sharing, so I'm going to have to open them up. Welsh Toro, I really like Hazelburn Oloroso 9. Oh, I don't think I've tried that one, Welsh. Well, this is opening up, man. Oof. Wow. Oh, that's fruity. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Mark Slinger, I hear the Hazelburn takes quite a while. Yeah, but worth the wait, apparently. Well, I'll leave it a little. I'll tell you what I'll do, actually. I may as well. I'm going to do the Tawny Port as well, so I'll open that one up now as well. And I'll let them open up. I have got the Ruby Port and the Rum Port. The rum finish in both of these. I didn't bring them out purposely tonight because I didn't want to start doing the festival bottles and end up with them all. I just get carried away, and I was more potentially going to have a 5 hour stream that way. So let's crack into this one. See what are you guys drinking tonight? Who's drinking what? Is anybody drinking any of these? Let me know if you're drinking any of them. Oh, okay. Hard Baggies agreeing with Welsh. I take it that's that the. Oh yeah. I hope that's no the Ardbeg you're slating there, Ardbaggy. I think that might be the Oloroso. I like deep pours too. Yeah. No, if you watch my early videos, guys, I used to do big pours, man. So there's that Tawny Port. Wow. That's nice. Just looking at that Hazelburn, it doesn't look as dark in the glass as it does in the bottle. That's quite light, that. Look at that. I thought that was darker. Yeah. Looks like the Hazelburn 13's got open before the 14, so yeah. I'm going to do them both, guys, so don't worry. Get both. Ian Pexton's popped in. I've not tried Hazelburn. I understand it's triple distilled. Let's have a look. Does that give itself a particular flavour? Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, got that. Oh, Soren's on the Ardbeg Corryvreckan. Tonio is on Glendronach, Springbank, Kilkerran. Wow. He's having a good all night there, aren't you, Tonio? Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit tight. Yeah, no, that's a beautiful colour on that. Look at the colour on that one. Yeah, no, as I say, I love all the Campbelltown festivals are fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this. This will be the first time I've tried this one. I actually bought it 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I've been hanging on to it and hanging on to it, waiting for the right moment. So I was waiting for lockdown. Glen Allachie cast strength batch 1 here. Okay, nice. Alistair Gray's popped in and David Owen. How you doing, guys? Nice to see you. Let's have a look. Soren's there. Yeah, I think I'm back up to scratch again. I say I'm really looking forward to it. I had a nice big meal when I got in tonight. Nice big huge pizza. Set me up. Hope I didn't have it too spicy. Let's have a wee lift of this. Let's see how this is in the nose. Wow. It's very, very sweet on it. It's real sweet. First thing that's hit me there is that there's some vanilla and toffee. Really sweet vanilla, sweet toffee. The sherry's definitely there. The sherry's not as overpowering as I thought. See, it's been a long way, a long time since I drunk this 13 one. It's a couple of years now since I had that. But I know when I remembered it back then, but this is super, super fruity. It's kind of white fruits. Some apple, pear. Real, real nice. There's even there's a real touch of something tropical in there as well. Wow, it needs time, but I'll leave that a little bit longer. See what you guys are doing. Corey Vrecken. Okay, Renz has just opened a long row sherry cask. Not a nice one. Let's see who we are. I think I've been on there. Yeah, I've done that one. And Renz is on the long row sherry. Fantastic. Let's see how this is doing. Wow, this is a bit stronger on the nose. This is a cask strength 52.8 on the Tawny Port and 47.1 on the Oloroso Sherry. Wow, man, that's super, super. This is all berries, this. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, honey, vanilla. Wow, real, real nice. Let's have a wee, I'm going to have a wee sip of one in a minute. Let's wonder if it's had enough time, but time's the essence. I don't want you boring you to death, but let's crack on with this one. Yeah, it's definitely something a little bit tropical in here. I think it's maybe mango. Wow. Yeah. Let's taste it. Have a little sip. Wow. Just on that first sip out the bottle, guys, that is got a real spicy kick on the palate. Real nice. The arrival's really soft and gentle and beautiful. Then that spice just kicks in. There's a little bit of dryness, a little bit of wood. Even tastes like there might be a little bit of barrel char in there, a little bit of, I don't think it's smoky, but it's a little bit dryness and it's a little bit kind of charcoaly. Sherry's beautiful, but the sherry's not. You would think looking at that, all the rosin all over the bottle, it was going to dominate, but it doesn't dominate it. It's beautifully balanced. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, this is 13 years in Oloroso cask, 12,000 bottles. Yeah, 47.1. Beautiful. Real, real nice. Wow. Fresh and refill Oloroso sherry. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's, yeah, triple distilled Hazelburn. Let's try a bit more. So you've all been doing through lockdown, guys. David Owens there. I think I got you, David. Okay, let's try a bit more. No reason a wee bit harder to get now, guys. I think you'd need to struggle back onto this secondary market to get a hold of these now. But that's wonderful. Let's have a wee sip of the other one. Let's get some water. So how are you all keeping, guys? What's happening? Don't see anybody voting for the Dark Cove. I think there's only a couple of guys going for Dark Cove. Nobody seems to be going for the Lagavulin Jazz. That's probably telling me that maybe you don't want me to open it. Never know. If there's any other guys that you fancy me having a wee crack at, then give me a shout. Can't I promise that whether I'll open them or not. Wow. Dark Cove's coming now, man. Those drams were superb. I love the Glencoin 25. No, I'm glad you enjoyed them, mate. That Tomatin PX is wonderful as well, mate. All super whiskies. Glad you enjoyed them, mate. Let's do a little bit of the 20 port. Colour of that's great as well. It's got a real nice, got that kind of pink hue on this one. Might be the lights in the shed. I've had to turn the heating off, guys, because the heating, it was roasting. Absolutely roasting in here. Where's Alan gone? What does that mean, David? I missed something. Am I missing something here? Wow. Now that. Mark Slinger might be right about this Oloroso because this Tawny Port is murdering it. I mean murdering it big time. This is spicy, dry. Wow, big arrival. Lovely smoke. Am I wasting my time with these, man? Because it just seems like he's only want Dark Cove, man. Welsh Toro's already told you it's rubbish, man. It's all overhyped and it's, it's by the by. Oh, but this, if I was comparing these initially head to head, man, I'm all over. I know I'm an Oloroso sherry man, but this Tawny Port is wonderful. Glen Scotia again, I'm not letting anybody down. Absolutely fantastic. My time to arrive today, really. That looks like stout off. Wow. I bet it's going to be thick. This is syrupy as well, this. Syrupy, honey, almost real thick mouthfeel, real thick syrupy texture. Wow. But it's crisp. It's really floral. Beautiful nose. Silky mouthfeel. Absolutely wonderful, this. So, at the minute, I think my Tawny Port is outdoing my Oloroso 13, right? So I just need to make a wee note what these are now so as I don't get them mixed up. Who's good at keeping notes? Number 85 is on. Coin number 85 is on the Oloroso 13. So I'll make a wee note there. Let's do that. That's 13. That's the legacy. Let me get rid of that legacy. And this is the Tawny. Yeah. So where are we going next, guys? Are we going Oloroso 14? Yeah. Keep these waiting for Dark Cove. Jerry Cask wins. Let's do this 14. Wow. This looks a little bit darker. I've got one glass one. Let's get a glass for this. Oh, Mike, Slippy Lord, how you doing, Mike? Nice to see you. How you doing, boss? Thanks for popping in. Had a new boss for a couple of days. Let's see if this pops. Yep, lovely. Real nice. Oh, there's the glug. Wow. This one is the 14 Oloroso, 9,900 bottles, 49.3. So this is a little bit higher. And this one is, again, triple distilled, fresh fill Oloroso sherry. Fresh Oloroso. Yeah, okay. Let's give that a chance to open up. Beautiful. Look at the colour of that one. That's different to... So they are different, aren't they? Look at that. Wow, that's massive. How we're doing this. Yeah. So, that's the 13. That's the 14. Will we go for the Dark Cove? Who's up for the Dark Cove? How can I get a coin? Oh, it's dead easy. Rens, look at one of my videos, mate. There's a link in one of the descriptions of the video. Just drop me an email and I'll sort you out with one, mate. Right, let's have a look. Who wants Dark Cove? That's coin. Oh, Alistair Gray's got coin. Have you got coin 84, Alistair? I didn't think you'd coin 84. Is it? Thanks, Alistair, for getting that coin, my friend. Okay, Dark Cove. I didn't think I would open this for a long, long time, guys. I thought I'd keep this. I thought this was the collector in me. I thought there's no way I'm going to open this, but wow, life changes. I've drunk a bottle of this way back as well, so I have a wee bit of experience with this, but let's crack in. Oh, I don't think MD wants Dark Cove. No, nobody's saying Dark Cove. Yeah, they're all comparing coins now, man. Okay, guys, here it comes. Look. Oof. I'm going to definitely have to put a coin on this one because this is going to stink the shed out. Oh, nice. That's the best pop so far, that one. My God. My God. Look at that. Wow. 55% ABV. Wow. Everybody seems to be raving that this is the best. The best kind of committee release in recent years. I'd probably tend to agree with that. As I say, everybody will know I'm not the biggest peat fan in the world, but I have over the years had little dabbles with certain, even the Dark Cove normal bottle of this is really, really nice as well. But I'm sure you peat guys will know more about this than I do. So we'll pop that back there. 55%. Pop a little. That's another one. There's another great colour on that one. Wow, look at them bubbles on that, man. Real nice. So let's get a coin for this one. We've got a coin. Let's see if I've got one. 58's got onto the hard beg. I need to write this down, guys, or I'll end up drinking all the wrong stuff. 58. And 14. So I've got 4 on the go here now. 68 on the 14. So I'll come back to all these guys. Obviously, I want to give them a chance to check out. Oh, there's Mr. Mike Meyer. He's the first one in with a chance of winning these. How you doing, Mike? Thanks for that super chat there, buddy. Thanks very much. Pleasure. Appreciate it. Wow. Cheers, Alan. Congrats on getting back to work. Pour a bourbon. Oh, man. How can I pour a bourbon when I've got all these in front of me? In fact, I might actually do a bourbon because what I really wanted to do, guys, I've done a wee bourbon infinity bottle, right? Of all those bourbons that I've reviewed so far are all in here. And I have had a wee try of this a few days ago and I loved it. So I'd even go as far as say it's better than any bourbons that I've bought that I've had sent to me and I've had tried. So this is super. If I get a chance, I might do this, Mike. Again, thanks for that super chat, buddy. Where am I going to go? I'll have a wee sip of the Tory. Cheers, my friend. There's the DJ Beacon from South Carolina. How you doing, buddy? Right. Okay. Wow. I don't know where to go now, guys. I'm just in whiskey heaven at the minute. So 68's going on to 14. I'll leave that Dark Cove for a bit. So that's all peat and all that. So we'll come back to that in a minute. I'll have a wee tackle with this Oloroso 14. Sorry to say, got to go to work next time. More time. Wonderful evening. No worries, Rains. Have a wee pop into the replay. Ronan O'Leary, how you doing, buddy? No point leaving behind. What was that? I missed that one. Oh, that just jumped. What did I leave behind, Ronan? No point in leaving it behind. Oh, I missed that one. You might need to elaborate a wee bit. I've maybe missed something on there. Oh, you're a legend yourself there, Gabriel. Thanks very much, mate. Chat's kind of popping up nicely now. Molasses. Oh, molasses is at work. Missouri. Oh, wow. Oh, Gabriel's popped it. That's a chance of a set of samples, man. Good man. Might be happy if you win it because you're local, so I can deliver it to you. Dark Cove. Wow. No, listen. They're there to be open now, aren't they? I might regret it in the morning, but I'm cracking on. So, let's get a wee bit into this Hazelburn 14. This is a little bit darker than the 13. Yeah, there's more sherry on this one. Wow, that's right. Real nice, sweet sherry. A little bit spicier as well on the nose of this one. Molasses. Where's molasses again? Oh, you're from. Oh man, where am I going? When I get to the Dark Cove, Gabriel, I'll have a wee toss for that super chat, mate. Thanks very much. YouTube has been a pain tonight, freezing and quality drops. Oh, sorry, Andy. Hope it's all right and everybody else's. It seems okay. I don't know if it's in my end. I'm just talking into the screen here, so I'm not too sure. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. We've got Co-N. All right, let's... Apologies if I've butchered your name again. I was able to get the Hazelburn 15 port cask. Wow. Not tried that one. Wow, this is a little bit darker. Some dark fruits, some dried fruits. The figs and raisins are a no-brainer. Wow. No freezer on my side either, sorry. I think Andy's just had one drink too many. Yeah, dark fruit. That little bit damp. A little bit of that kind of Springbank funk in this one. Did they pick up much in that other one at the minute? But this has got a little bit more in it. So for that 49, it's 49.3. There's no kind of alcohol in the nose. Wow. Okay, let's have a little sip of this. Yeah, raisiny, dark fruits, plums. Yeah, I've opened a lot of good stuff this time, Ronan. Over the last few months, I've just kind of went to hell with it. I was pondering over a lot of them. I was kind of saving them this and saving that and waiting for a special time. But the lockdown's definitely a time to do it. I know I've been opening a few, no better time. Yeah, no, it's a great time to do it, mate. Lockdown's the time. How you doing, Dustin? Nice to see you, mate. Oh, nice to see you popping back as well, Welsh. I've just cracked that Dark Cove open, so I'm going to leave that for a little bit and I'll come back to that in a minute. Well, a few minutes. I'll have a wee try with some of these other ones first. As they're opening up, I'm just going to keep coming back to them. So, got my supper coming up, suitably buzzed, of course. What are you having for supper there, Welsh? You having something nice? Wow, no, this is nice and dark and fruity and really nice and soft on the nose. It's quite floral, but it's rich, clean. Let's taste it. Slange, beautiful colour. Wow. Okay. A wee bit more kick with that one. Spicy again. Peppery. Dry. Woody. But it's still, as it's developing, a little bit of honey. But it's all dark fruit. Dark plums. Raisins. A little bit juicy. It's going a little bit juicy now. It's initially a little bit dry. As it's developing, it's been a little bit more mouth-watering. Really, really nice dram. So far, guys, on the first initial sip of these in a minute, I think the one that's winning it for me is the Glen Scotia. I'm going to go back and have another little sip of this. 20. Happy drinking. Let's have a look. Only one cask made of the Hazelburn 15 port, very limited, and may sell at auctions at over 400. Wow, we got a bargain here, my friend. Are you going to keep it or are you going to drink it? That's the question. Yeah, what's Welsh saying? I've cracked a few good ones in lockdown too. I bought stuff for investment years ago and haven't sold any of them. They'll get drunk in good time, if I'm honest. No, it's exactly the same with me, Welsh. That's where my background was. It was all about, yeah, I'll keep it and keep it and keep it. But realistically, when you look at some of these, the Dark Cove, was it? You could probably pick up, what, 250 now? It's gone up a little bit. But there's loads of them at auction, so if you want to get a hold of one, you can easily get a hold of one. But it's whether it's, I'll tell you in a minute if I think it's worth a £250 bottle of whiskey to drink. As an investment, I think it might be worth as an investment in years to come. Samuel Cast 1 from Arizona. How's it going in Arizona, my friend? Sounds warm. That might be a bit. Is that cowboy country? Let's have a look. Much more look at that. That guy. How good's that guy? Just share my channel with all your colleagues, guys, all your workmates, all your colleagues, all your Facebook friends. Just share it everywhere. Be much appreciated. Yeah, we're getting close now. I think we just went over 1,900 subscribers. To be fair, guys, I'm over the moon with that. I would never in my wildest dreams thought I'd go anywhere near 1,900. Slow to start. Well, I think I had a decent start, and then it kind of slowed down a wee bit in the middle. Picked up towards Christmas. It flew through towards Christmas, man. I had a real good time at Christmas. But in that little slow down period a minute, averaging about 100 a month, so that's where we are. Maybe next month we might crash through that magical 2K barrier. So if you all want to share and share it all over the place, share it with everyone, that'd be great. Let's have a look. This looks interesting. I've bought 8 bottles in the last month compared to the usual 1 or 2. Not all drunk yet in mind. What bottles have you been buying, Tonio? Try some Tony Port. Yeah, this one. This is even just in the short time it's been open. It's even got a little bit. It's not quite as intense. I think that's might because I might have had a few whiskies going on now, so it's not quite as intense, but it's still spicy. It's really fruity. It's all berries though. Raspberries, blackberries, blueberries. Very, very syrupy. Really nice honey and vanilla. It's a welcome addition to the festival bottles. This is a 14-year-old peated one. To be fair, the peat is, I don't know how much peat it is, but the fruit is more intense than the peat. So it's really, really fruity. So it's not all about the peat on this one. If you've a real sweet tooth like me, then you'll love this. I think this is my favourite so far, but I'm going to try and get into this 14. I'm having a wee sip of this 14. See if that's get that a chance to open up. Yeah, no, this is much. This is probably the fruitiest on the nose of all of them. Wow. Let's have a little cleanse first before I get into that. I remember where molasses is from. It's from St. Louis, molasses, isn't it? Welcome back, St. Louis. Wow. This is definitely damper. That is that more typical Springbank note on the nose on this. Oh, yeah, okay. I hope yous are all going to do as Emily tells you, or she's going to come hunting you all down, one by one. Oh. I don't know if any of you are drinking any of these. Is anybody drinking any of these? Okay, what's this? Here we go. There's what Tonio's been buying. Ben Romack 15 in the glass now. Okay. 3 Kilkerran 12s, 2 Klein Leash, 1 Glendronach, 1 Springbank 10. Okay, nice. Nice select. You have some fun with them, my friend. I have reviewed a few of them, so you might want to go back and check the reviews and think along with me. Oh. Nick Keen's popped in. Nice to see you, Nick. How you doing, my friend? Yesterday was the first day I've had more Kilkerran in the house than Ardbeg. No, listen. Kilkerran and Ardbeg, there's no competition in my house. It's at the minute it's all Kilkerran. I'd probably say that I could easily say that Kilkerran outnumber Ardbeg probably 15-1, I think. That's where we are with that. But no, it's all Kilkerran for me. I'm trying to work a wee bit on Ardbeg. I'm working up to this one, so don't worry, guys. I'm just trying to drag a wee bit of dramatic effect. I'm just trying to kind of drag it out for you a wee bit. I'm scared to take the lid off this because I don't want this shed to stink of smoke and peat and all that stuff. That will be older, nice bottle then. Yeah. Kilkerran's the way to go. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, you deserve all that credit, Emily. Thank you very much. I can't see how many likes there is so far, so somebody might tell me how many people have liked it, and then I can call you all out and see who's done it and who's not. Okay, let's have another sip of this. Yeah, no, that's wonderful. If there's much more sherry in this one, guys. If I was to compare the 13 against the 14, then I've got a preference at the minute to the 14. Let me go back and try a wee. I've left the 13 for a little bit now. Oh, that's changed a little bit that now. Yeah, there's a little bit funky in this now. Wow. I think maybe there's a little bit of wow. I think that's gone off. There's a wee bit of kind of maybe sounds. It smells a little bit kind of sour milky. I don't know if that's smelling too nice. Wow. Oh, I tell you what now, it's gone kind of that's changing all the time that. What bell single barrel next? I wish I could. I don't have one of them, Justin. If I had one, mate, I'd pop it for you, but I don't have one. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not sour milk, guys. I got that wrong. It is. It's really tropical. Lots and lots of. There's a big mango note in there. I think it's mango or melon. It's definitely one of those, but it's mixed with the sherry and the mango and the melon. It's all kind of blending into one. Real. This is actually it is getting better. This. Wow. Let's see how it's getting any better than palate. That's a softer drink. A little bit of spice. Tawny Port's much spicier. Yeah, there's a little pepper now nipping now as it goes into the finish. It's gone peppery. Right, I think I'm going to have a crack on this Ardbeg. See, it's been a while since I had it. So let's have a drum roll. Here we go. Wish me luck. Dark Cove. Wow. Just try to get past the peat, guys. No, it's not as peaty as I thought it was going to be. It's not as peaty as I remember it. Yeah, it's nice. Got that beautiful colour as well. Not too sure of the cask of this. I think there's probably sherry and bourbon casks in this. I think it says. Let's have a look. Yeah, dark sherry casks. Let's have a look at that. Might need some new glasses, I think. Yeah, it just says dark sherry casks. Got that kind of road tar, toffee. Wow. What about coffee? Coffee there as well. Wow. This peak's not as prominent. It's not. I wouldn't say it's the best nose in the world, but it's quite engaging because there's a few bits going on. That toffee, it's going to be a wee bit fudgy now. Still got that cherry sweetness. But there's a beautiful balance between both of them, the sweetness and the peat, the road tar. It's not medicinal. I'm hoping later on, once it opens up a wee bit more, gone a little bit savoury, a little bit of savoury note in there as well. Don't want none of those light sherry casks. No, they've got to be dark sherry casks, man. Just a minute, Justin. I don't know if you've seen this one, mate, but look at that one. That a dark sherry cask for you. Just while we're on the subject of dark sherry casks, that's another one. Look at that baby as well. So we are having some good whiskey at the minute, guys. There's some good stuff out on the market. Oh, wow. Alex Julian. That sounds like a new name, Alex. Please forgive me if you're not. Thank you very much for that super chat. So on that note, I'm going to have a quick sip of this Ardbeg just to say thank you, my friend. Cheers. Okay. So, on that first sip, it's spicy. It's much. I didn't pick up any spice on the nose, but it's really spicy on the palate. It's dry, it's woody, peaty, smoky. It's that kind of, again, it's bonfire smoke. I'm hoping it opens up a wee bit more because there's no, in typical Ardbegs, I get a wee bit, I get a bit of meatiness, a bit of barbecued meats and that. I'm picking up none of that yet. The charcoals are really nice. That kind of bonfire smoke, distant smoke. Maybe a little bit salty. Let's try some more. This is nice, guys. As you know, I'm not a peaty guy. Trying my best. Quite a long finish. Yeah, it's woody, it's spicy. Don't get it at all meaty. I don't know whether it's the neck pour, but it's a little bit fruity. Some red fruits. Woody. Smoky's a given. Little bit of vanilla in there. Real nice. It's a wonderful dram, guys. I'm going to keep going through them. Come back to them as they go. If you want me to do the jazz, give me a shout. If you don't want me to do the jazz, then fine. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Well, there's one. Anybody had that? Who's going to answer? Anybody? This guy's on some good whiskey, man. Anybody had the Springbank 32? Didn't even know there was a Springbank 32. Hazelburn 18. Where are you based, Bo? Cole, where are you from? Just drop me a little comment where you're from, mate. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, but I'd like to. Dustin, you're just a monster, man. You just want to drink everything. Anything that's going, you just want to drink it. What's Mr. Slinger saying? Yeah, every time I try a new Ardbeg, I can't help going back to Ardbeg 10. I think Ardbeg 10 is probably where it all comes from. I think that's the kind of the baseline. I'm pretty sure when Ardbeg puts something out, there's Ardbeg 10 and everything. Who doesn't want to drink everything? Yeah, wow. But yeah, no, you're just a monster, man. Let's have a look. Alan, crack what you feel like at the minute, bud. An old Pulteney would be tasty. Listen, if I start cracking everything that I want to crack open, man, I'd be on here again for another 5 hours, and I might end up a bit messy. I know I've got a day off tomorrow, but I've got plans tomorrow, so Big 22 were nice and 21 were nice. If only the prices weren't what they are. You'd prefer. Listen, Dustin, you're not going to drink an Ardbeg 22 and 21 for a daily sipper. You must be a millionaire, mate. But I've got the 21. The Ardbeg 21. I ain't cracking that one because I think I've opened enough tonight. I might do the Jazz. If he's what I did a Longmorn 15, I'm quite happy to open a Longmorn 15. Oh, I was summoning one to Jazz now. Let's do the Jazz then. Let me make a note of where I've got this. This is the Dark Cove. This is nice, by the way. It's a nice. It's quite nice on the nose as well. It's not all peat and nonsense that I usually get with most of them. What are we looking at? Oh man, what's this? What we got here? It's going to be a long night. Yeah, well, I don't. I'm trying. No, I'm trying to see if I can. I'm trying to kind of get this to 2 hours and then maybe dive out at 2 hours. But I'm just coming up for the first hour, so. But I usually say that I get to a point where, and the last couple of streams have just gone a little bit haywire, where they've kind of took a whole twist. I think I've been acknowledging people saying, right, thanks for coming along. It's been great. Thank you. I'm getting off in a minute, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, I'm 2 hours later. Guys have been in Canada and America and they're at work and they're on their way home and they get here and I'm still on and all that kind of stuff. So I did plan to get off last week when Jason did his kind of couple of hours. I thought I'll get off then, but it just gets ridiculous. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sitting having a whiskey. I'm having some spectacular whiskies tonight. So the lockdown for me is getting super, super exciting. I'm loving it. I won't crack whiskies like this every night. It's just a case where I've got a good time at a minute, and why not? They're here. So let's crack the Jazz. I've had this one for a while. This is the Lagavulin Jazz 2017. So one of my favourite peaty whiskies that I've had to date was the Lagavulin 12 cask strength 2017. And I think that's probably arguably again one of the best Lagavulin 12s for a while. So if this Lagavulin Jazz 2017 is anywhere as good as that Lagavulin 12 cask strength, then this will be a cracker. So let's find out. Let's have a look. Sell the 21 and the difference for the 22 or the 23. Be the difference. Oh, yeah. Each new Ardbeg that gets released, it becomes the wife's new. Well, listen, that's every whiskey guy's dream, my friend. Nick, listen, keep buying Ardbeg, keep buying whiskey. I think a lot of us guys at the minute, some of our wives are not into whiskey. So let me make a wee note on this Ardbeg before I get it mixed up. But Ardbeg's there. Yeah. Let's see if we've got another glass. Well, here goes. Let's see what this pop's like. Oh, I think that's the pop of the night, isn't it? And probably the glug of the night. So there's some good ins here tonight, boys, girls, ladies and gents. This is where you're going to see the difference, man. Look at this. Look at that. That is wonderful. The smell already. Wow, I'm going to give that a wee bit of a chance to open up. That is it. I would have got that. I think I would probably do this blind as a Lagavulin. I think I would have got it. Just because it does smell so much like the 17. Coin number 59. Let's do that. So, I think I've got the 5 of them open now, guys. Just going to be a case of just going through them one at a time. I'll let that open up a little bit. Where will I go next? I'm tempted to go back to the Tawny Port, but I think I've been on that a wee bit more. 13's getting interesting as it's opening up, man. It's getting a little bit more. Wow, it's definitely more tropical now with this. Still got that little hint of that. It does initially when you dive into it, it gives that little, and it's a bad note, I think, because it smells like got a little whiff of kind of sour milk or maybe a little bit of boiled egg. I don't think it has. Look how oily that lager. No, this is a special lager, man. Wow. Nice. Again, that's probably £300 bottle, man. Oh no, fair play to Matt, the Whiskey Crusaders, guys. If you've not had a look at the Whiskey Crusaders, have a wee pop over and have a look at their. Not now, but when you get a chance, have a look at their channel, man. They're putting out some awesome stuff. We got what's Ian saying now? How we doing, Ian? Love the Peated whiskies, but was blown away by. Yeah, the Edredure. Listen, guys, it's one of them. I know everybody knows I love sherry and I'm quite partial to a nice spicy bourbon cask as well. But that Edredure as a brand for me at the minute is just popping out incredible stuff. It's one of those, it's sliding under the radar. And I think as time goes on, I think it's one of them. It's keep an eye on the prices because I think the prices will start to kind of rise. It's falling into one of those whiskies where you're picking it up at a reasonable price. You're getting some nice 12-year-old, 13-year-old stuff, and it's not going to bust the bank. And it's real quality stuff like this. This is a £55 bottle of whiskey, guys, and look at the colour on that. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. As dark as it's like treacle or molasses, or it's just incredible stuff. But yeah, if you've not tried any Edredure, guys, if you get a chance to dive all over it, even the basic 10-year-old's great. But once you go into the kind of higher ABVs, the kind of 46 and above in the cask strength, Caledonia's phenomenal. I think, yeah, I've got it. I've not took me long to go through that, has it? Yeah, but that's your Caledonia. Phenomenal stuff. I've just noticed, Mike, I have got a bourbon here. I've got a bit of rare breed. I'll probably have a wee go. If I get a chance, I'll have a go with my infinity bottle. Right. Are we going to go? Where are we going to go? What's this one? Just checking out. That's the 13. Oh, it's awesome, Mark. I've loved it. For that kind of money, it's just awesome stuff. This has got spicier. This Mark's right with this because it does. When I tried this initially, this is a different whiskey. it tastes better than it smells. So the nose is not the best nose in the world, but it's all on the palate for this, and the palate and the finish. Oh, mamma mia. Richie, how you doing, mate? I'll do a wee recap for you. I've cracked open some lockdown whiskey bottles for you, right? Let me just start with this one. Hazelburn 13 Oloroso. Hazelburn 14 Oloroso. Glen Scotia Campbelltown Festival Tawny Port 14-year-old cast strength peated. Ardbeg Dark Cove committee release. And you're just in time for me to have a sip of water. I'm going to tackle this one for you next. Lagavulin Jazz 2017. This one. Somebody just called me Big Daddy. Let's have a look. Can you describe each Scottish region in one word or a few words for beginners to Islay? Smoky, Speyside, Highland, Campbelltown, Lowlands. Okay, I'll try in a nutshell. Campbelltown is funky. 3 distilleries: Kilkerran, Glen Scotia, Springbank. Springbank have a Hazelburn and Longrow, so there's a few arms going wrong there. They're all funky. They're all kind of dump. They've all got a real Campbelltown character. Wonderful stuff. Glen Scotia was probably my whiskey distillery of the year last year. Where some other guys probably say Kilkerran, but I got hooked on Glen Scotia all last year. Isla, Smoky, Peated, Road Tar, brine, smoked meats, barbecued sauces, all that kind of real smoky. Highland, Speyside, very, very similar. Fruity, sweet. Lowlands, very smooth, very easy drinking, very similar to Irish. Hope that's quick in a nutshell. It's probably a wee bit more detail than that. This is nice. Straight up, the Lagavulin Jazz smells better than the Dark Cove. Wow, this is lighter. Light fruits. Again, some peachy. Mike, if you want to drop me an email, Mike, and I'll have a wee bit more detail with you, and I'll go through them in a wee bit more detail. One word. Lagavulin Jazz, one word. And I'd love to say awesome. I'd love to say spectacular. I'm not going to say any of those. This is wonderful. Real nice. This is my peaty road. My journey for peat-wise. This is right up my street because it's not all about the peat. There's beautiful fruits in there. I don't even think it smells like a Lagavulin. But it's real nice. Not too sure how old it is. Yeah, no, I'm not too sure. It doesn't say too much about it. There's not a lot on here about this. I know it's specially selected for the Jazz Festival. Really fruity. And again, it's high ABV. It's 57.6. Yeah, Mike, just email me. I don't think I've got it yet. You pop onto one of my videos, you get my email address on there. Just drop me an email and I'll get a wee bit more in-depth conversation with you, Mike. jumped into Islay, so not too familiar with others. I had Glenlivet 12 to beginner stuff. Yeah, no, there's a big difference between Islay and Glenlivet 12. I know, I think you're in America, Mike. I think Glenlivet 12 is the best selling whiskey in America. Scotch whiskey in America. And I think it's all over America. You've got it slightly higher ABV. I think you've got 43% ABV over there as well with that. But Islay's different. I'm finding getting to know Islay, it's one of those. It's a job. It's a different kind of beast. It's different for it. The regions are absolutely spectacular. But in America, just to compare them to America, if you're at some Americans there, what I've found when I've done some American whiskies, it's exactly the same. You've got those Texas whiskies, you've got those Kentucky whiskies, you've got the Tennessee whiskies. They've got their own region as well, and they've got their own kind of characteristics from each of them as well. So it's like the Texas whiskies are all very, very young, 18 months, 2 years, 2.5 years. They taste like 10-year-old Scotch whiskey. The Kentuckys, again, you've got the Jack. I was amazed at the Jack Daniels. When I really dived into Jack Daniels, there's some spectacular Jack Daniels whiskies out there, particularly the higher ABV stuff. The barrel proof is phenomenal. Great stuff. And again, there's lots of dotted whiskies around America. You know, you've got the Joseph Magnus out of Washington, which is beautiful stuff. Really hard to come by, I think. Really limited, kind of small batch stuff. So no, there's some great stuff. The regional stuff is phenomenal. If you really dive into the regions, then you can head out to the islands where you've got the kind of, again, your old Pulteney would probably be classed as, I think it's Highland, but it tastes more like a island whiskey, smoky, briny, different kind of, not an Islay peat, it's a different kind of smoke. Same with old Highland Park, those kind of different smoky whiskies, Talisker, Highland Park, Old Pulteney. They've got those kind of effects, but they're different. So it's kind of transitional. If you might start off on your Glenlivet 12s, go into the maybe Clyneleys 14, you're getting a wee bit more. Your Caledonia, a wee bit more complexity. Lots and lots of whiskey, man. Anyway, I think I'm waffling. Elijah Craig barrel proof. Hold on a minute. I'd never go anywhere, Richie, without Elijah Craig barrel proof. As you can see, I never go anywhere, mate. There's always one at hand. Maybe later on for Mike Meyer, I might crack one of these as well. But yeah, no, there's just so much whiskey. Yellow Spot is very nice, Irish. Just that Irish thing, guys. I've never really went down that road, Irish. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, no, Emily, you might be right. With MGP, I'm not too. The MGP, the whole American stuff is. I'm not the expert on American, but I've tried a few Magnuses and I've loved them. I think I've got a couple still here. The cigar malt, I think, and I think there's a port one. I've had some really nice Joseph Magnuses, but yeah, no, the MGP thing is yes, you might be. Listen, don't quote me on the MGP because that's probably where it is. But I know it's all I know is out of Washington. Emily's just shot me up on the American stuff. Richie, I'm sure we'll get on really well, my friend. Why didn't you pay a wee trip to Scotland? I'll catch up with you. Let's have a look. Oh no, you can tell. Can you just tell, guys, the Americans are in? I might go shopping again. Never tried the Elijah Craig barrel proof, but Springbank 10 is proper lovely. Yeah, I have a Springbank 10 here in Tonio. Got the Springbank 10. This is the old version. Got the old one. Yeah, no, I can tell the Americans are in. Look at this, guys, just to give you an idea. Look. Rings the hammer. Look. Love the ECP. I hope you guys are all going to get on well now. You know, I don't want to turn this in. I know we've just brought in ECP. If I stay later, guys, I've got a chance. I'll crack on some ECP later. But I think I've got enough on my hands. I've left the lid off the Jazz. Guys, if you could smell the shed now, you would love it. Not saying Magnus bad by any means. No, Emily. I'm not an expert on American whiskey, but that's one of the ones. I tell you the two that really stood out for, well, the three that stood out for me, apart from Elijah Craig, because I'm not sure if you knew this, but my first ever experience with American bourbon whiskey was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. And this is the fourth bottle of this I've went through. So this is where my bourbon journey started. And everyone says it's like if you get whiskey for the first time and you go into Isla, that's that Lafroig and Ardbeg, it's that you're going in hard. I could go in easily on a lowland whiskey or an island whiskey or whatever, Highland whiskey. But I went in with Elijah Craig. But I've been really privileged to try a lot of really nice American bourbons because, you know, my man Jerry Kersey, the Dram Yankee, has been sending me lots of bourbon. But Angel's Envy, I've enjoyed. I've had some really nice Angel's Envy. Jason and the Mashing Drum was lucky enough to send me the Angel's Envy Tawny Port. Nice big sample of that. Done that one in. Jerry sent me the Angel's Envy port casks, wine barrels, cask strength, super stuff. And I've tried the original 43 point whatever, 86% Angel's Envy. I've loved them all. Joseph Magnus was another one that kind of stuck out for me. I tried 2 or 3 Joseph Magnus and they were fantastic. Russell Reserve is another one. Wild Turkey, there's hundreds of them. And it's exactly the same on that side of the pond as it is on this side of the pond. There's just fantastic whiskies on both sides. It's one of those things I just don't think they're quite mixing yet. The guys who like the real American bourbon whiskies are not so hot. And whether they've not just spent that, I think on the American side, they get a great price over there. Bourbon, you can get super bourbons, $30, $40, $50. To get super fantastic whiskies here, you're talking 60, 70, 80, 90 pounds. I think that's where the difference is. So I've got a wee bit of mission. I think I tried to do that with Jason a couple of weeks ago. Was trying to get the bourbon guys into Scotch and the Scotch guys into bourbon. I think for us guys here, it's tough to buy bourbon because we get hit on the high prices, exactly the same as the American guys get hit with the high prices on Scotch. But anyway, it's fantastic. But let's see what I've missed. That's an older bottle. I've only been buying the old ones because I've loved them. There has been a few more came up at auction. They're just getting more and more expensive. To get an idea, when I started buying this, I got the first one of these for £30 on auction. But I'm lucky if I can get it for less than £100 now. Let's have a look. Fair play if you mentioned Jack Daniels earlier. That flicked a switch for me back to the day when I loved whiskey, not bourbon. I don't think I'm going to pull a Jack Daniels card here, guys. I think I might have to. Yeah. Some of you might have seen it already, but for you that I haven't, I've had a special invite to Jack Daniels by Kevin Saunders, and look at that special invite to Lynchburg. I was supposed to be there a couple of weeks ago to meet up with the Dram Yankee and do a little tour of Texas and Kentucky and all that kind of stuff, and it kind of fell apart. COVID put its boot into that. I love how they invite you as well. May Jack be with you. Fantastic. Smells beautiful. Wow. Anyway, we're drifting a little bit. We've not got the jazz yet, I don't think. But the smell is wonderful. This is where my plan always goes off track. I've got a plan, and then I kind of dive into you guys. Kind of Woodinville Port finish last week, guys. Don't want to be a party pooper. let's talk about the Scotch whiskey. The bourbon, I'll do a bourbon night. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a live stream on American time and we'll do some American bourbons. But I'm going to put my foot down and we're going to stick to the Lagavulin Jazz now. Probably go dung, 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 10 watching. No, I love you all, guys. Wow, no, this is nice. This is it's really, really, again, it's vanilla sweet, honey. It does have that Lagavulin nose, that Lagavulin character. I think everyone that's tried I don't know if everyone's tried this Lagavulin Jazz. If you have, let me know how you got on with it. Oh, yeah. Mike, I have got a bottle of McKenna. It is nice, but if I was comparing, I know I'm going back again, but if you're comparing the McKenna to the Russell Reserve single barrels, the Elijah Craig's, I feel it's a wee bit lacking. I think it got hyped a little bit at that winning those awards, but it's great whiskey. Oh, the last drop. We've got in here. What we got here? Got me a Lager 8 in my glass. I don't know if how long you've been in, Chris, but I've just poured the Lagavulin Jazz 2017. We're going to crack on with it. Oh, Udi, I like the Udi Gal. The Udi Gal was probably the first Ardbeg that I drunk. Wow. Oh, this is beautiful. This is if I was comparing the Dark Cove to the Lagavulin Jazz, that's a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? This is posh. This is sophisticated. This is real nice people. This is a little bit kind of Jack the Lad, you know, a little bit more. I am here. This is spicier as well. There's a little bit more hit on the nose, but it's spicier on the nose. I'm going to leave that off as well, to be fair. Let's leave that off. Colour wise, don't think there's a lot of difference. Colour. I think I've just poured a bigger Jazz than I have. Well, I've had a drink of some the Ardbeg. Oh, there's the Demon Hunter. Favourite Scotch for newbies, Alan. Bonus if I can buy it in USA for £50. 50. Is that dollars? Emily. I'd go down on every day. I'd go down the Glen Scotia 15. For newbies to Scotch, Glen Scotia 15. I'll give you a wee bit of variety. Glen Scotia 15 is spicy, tropical, typical Glen Scotia. You'll pick up that Glen Scotia character. Kilkerran 12, really, really nice. Bourbon casks, vanillas, honeys, toffees, a little bit of lemon. Where else am I looking? Glendronach 12, if you like sherry. Glendronach 12, raisins, plums, dark fruits. No worries, Ben. Thanks for popping in, mate. And well, I forgot my question there, but yeah, that's typical. Talisker 10, Ardbeg 10. If you want to get into peat, Ardbeg 10, Talisker 10. Lots of nice whiskies. There's just so much, man. I'm going to try this now. I don't think I've had a sip yet. Yeah, it's peaty. This is a little bit meatier. Not so much. This is more a kind of. There's no fire. This is. I don't know. I'm trying to think what the other. Not bonfire, but This has got a real mix of fruit and smoke. A little bit of spice on the nose. Again, there's some green apple. Again, a little bit of melon. It's not a tropical melon, it's just a little bit of white melon. White fruit, maybe pear it is. Maybe pear instead of melon. Try catch up. Emily, just a quick one. Have you tried much Scotch? What have you tried Scotch? Deanston 12 would be another one, maybe. I don't know if you can how easy it is to get over there. So the initial ones again would be Old Pulteney 12 would be another one. I think they've just changed the ABV over there as well, though. I think the Old Pulteney 12 was a wee bit higher ABV. They've dropped it back to 40. Talisker 10, Glengoyne, maybe if you like sherry, definitely is anything from Glengoyne, Deanston. The one that I'm really into in a minute is Edredure, but I don't know how easy Edredure is to get in America. That's a bit more funky and a bit more damp and dusky and dirty and diesely and all that kind of stuff. Engine oil, all that kind of stuff. But try not to buy the Agile stuff, but I do have some stuff from them. Cool. One of the ones I think you should look out for from Diageo is the Flora and Fauna range. We've got some really, really nice Flora and Faunas. The Blair Athol 12, the Dalyuen 16, Ben Rennes 15. There's some really, really nice ones you can easily get a hold of. Okay, I'm going to taste this. I'm actually... Mouth's gone a little bit dry. I think that's that wood from the Oloroso. What you guys drinking now, man? What you all? Tell me what you're doing. What you having? Have you changed? Are you on the peat? Are you on the sherry? Are you on the bourbon? What you on? Wow, that's hot. That smells so delicate on the nose, but it's a beast on the palate. It's spicy, it's aggressive, it's powerful, it's smoky. Vanilla, honey, toffee. Real nice. Just a quick one, guys. I think I've noticed the giveaway with the super chat. I think there's only 2 guys in for a minute, so I think it's pretty much 50-50 with them. If you want a chance to get all of these samples, just drop a quick super chat in if you're up for it. But yeah, no, this is wonderful. Again, I think if I was preferring the Dark Cove and the Lagavulin Jazz, I think the Lagavulin Jazz is nicking it. Yeah, wow. Again, a wee bit of tropical note in this as well. Yeah, this is gone down the same road as the 2017 Lagavulin 12 cast strength. Wow. This is like the Lagavulin 16 with the volume just turned up full blast. Absolutely beautiful. No, I've really listen. I'm privileged, guys, to be able to drink these. I know I've spent my money and I've bought them, and I was going to keep them, but I'm really glad that I've opened them. Wow, these are nice. I tell you, I'll go down my peaty road. That's because I'm on peat now. I've been doing the Campbelltown peat with the Springbanks and the Kilkerrans and the Glen Scotias. It's a different peat. this is just all about the peat, whereas those sometimes it's about the finishes and the sherries and all that kind of stuff. But with these ones in particular are just really, really nice quality whiskies. I think they're really nice. They're sophisticated. It sounds like sophisticated Lagavulin jazz. It just sounds a sophisticated dram, doesn't it? Let's see what's going on. Bourbon Bites, the last trip. I'll check. Okay. Bourbon Bites, nice to see you popping in, my friend. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Let's have a look. So I've missed a wee bit in the chats. Which one sounds delicious, Gabe? The Lagavulin Jazz or the Dark Cove? If it's any consolation, mate, you've got a 50-50 chance of getting all of them. So, wow. Let's have a look what I've missed. I think I've been waffling on a little bit. I've missed a bit of chat. Yeah, no, you're very, very welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Where are you from? Thinking somewhere in America, maybe. I could be wrong. I could be racially profiling there, but don't hold it against me. Let's try to catch up a wee bit. I'm drinking the Port Charlotte. No, that's very nice, the Port Charlotte. I think I had that in the whiskey bar in Manchester with some of the whiskey lads, the whiskey boys. Isla Bali 2011. Yeah, no, there's some nice ones. Let's see where. I don't game much as my husband, but I'm excited for it. Must have been playing PC. Okay, got some gamers. Some whiskey gamers. Let's go back. I know I'm on the peak now, but I'm going to. Let's have a look. 68 is the 14. 59 is jazz. Jazz. I'm going to have another drink of jazz because that's nice. I'll check you out, Bourbon Bites. I'll have a wee look when I'm finished. Catch up with you later. Prime Whiskey, nice to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for popping in. But I think there's a couple of new names popping in tonight. Just for the ones that have come on late, I've opened some nice whiskey tonight. Lockdown whiskey. I've got the Oloroso, Hazelburn Oloroso 13, Hazelburn 14 Oloroso, Glen Scotia Tawny Port 14-year-old, peated, cast strength. Couple of Islas. I've got the Ardbeg Dark Cove committee release and the Lagavulin Jazz 2017 festival. Wow. I know I'm not a peaty, guys, but guys, I could get into this jazz big time. Real interest in those. Wow, let's try again. Chris, last drop. You want a link? Want to join me? Have a chat? Have a dram? Have some spice? What are the samples? Samples are there's two lots of samples. You can have any sample, any whiskey you've saw me do, you can have 5 of them. Or you can have these 5. Lagavulin Jazz, the Dark Cove committee release, Tawny Port, and both the Hazelburn 13 Oloroso and Hazelburn 14 Oloroso. Shouldn't be a hard sell. It should be an easy sell, man. But it's proven to be a hard sell. But there you go. What did I just miss there? Oh, the Bourbon Bites. He's putting himself around. He's getting to know everyone. Well done, buddy. It's Mr. Slinger saying the last straw I knew I'd be quitting my job, so I bought loads of bottles to put away to keep me going for a good few years. Listen, Mr. Slinger, I think you don't need to put bottles away, man. You live up there. You live around about. You can just go out and have a wee day out to a distillery and just buy a single cask or a bottle your own or whatever. I'm very much in awe of you, Mark. I'd love to have lived up there. Maybe one day. Chris, if you're up for it, let me pop a link in if you fancy it. I don't know how busy you are or what you've got on, or if no problem if you're not, mate. If you don't fancy it, then fine. Or anybody else who wants to pop in, they can have a quick chat. So I'm coming up for what am I doing now? An hour and a half, we're doing okay. Okay, wow, we've got a couple of guys who fancy some samples. So I've got Samuel Cask, no problem. Samuel, thank you very much. I'll drink the jazz in your honour. Thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. And we've got Dustin. May as well do the Dark Cove, eh? You like the Dark Cove, don't you? Cheers, buddy. I'm living off a small military pension. So I'm skint. No, you ain't skint, man. Can't be skint. Just be thrifty. Cheers, Justin. Thanks for that super chat, mate. Let me give you a little bit of notice there, mate. Let's pop you on there. Top popping tonight, Alan. Signing off. Cheers. No, it's been great, mate. Thank you very much. Catch me up in the replay. Well, I don't know how long. Maybe half an hour. I don't know if it's going to be half an hour, but yeah, Samuel's there. Well done, Samuel. Oh, no worries, mate. No problem, Chris. Fantastic. Wow. Nice. Thanks for popping in anyway. Wow. This is they're all, to be honest, guys, I've just poured all of these on neck pours. None of them are bad. Some of them came out straight away better than others. It's just a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more powerful, a little bit more spice, a little bit more sherry. So they've all got their own things going on. Wow, this Dark Cove, I'm not sure now because it's getting better. Wow. Listen, Mark, you're up in that region, man. You've got distilleries on your all over your doorstep, man. Why? I'm sure you can pick up something, even if it's just just whiskey tasting or something. You know, you don't need to be running barrels around. Maybe just doing a little bit of tasting here and there, just to kind of make sure everything's okay. Wow. Oh, they're all getting nice. They're all getting better. They're all improving, guys. They're all opening up beautifully. The Dark Cove, I'm surprised because I remembered it before when I noticed it was much more peaty than I remember. Do you like Craigellachie 17 or 23? To be honest, Samuel Cask, I've never tried Craigellachie. I've done lots of Glenallachie, but I've not tried the Craigellachie. Let's try this. Definitely that little bit more sherry, a little bit of dried fruit, a little bit of raisin, touch of plum. You know what I love about the two the two Islay ones. They don't give you any spice on the nose. Whoa, there's the bourbon bites. Wow. Thank you very much, my friend. I'm going to toast something. Let me have a sip of water. And I'm going to taste the... Where are we? Let's do the Oloroso 13. That's 14. Just finishing this one off. I'll finish this one off on your honour, my friend. Thank you very much. You've gone into the draw. If you check back on my next live stream, I'll put all the numbers, all the names into a hat, and I'll do a random pick, and I'll send a load of samples off to you. Wow. This 13 actually is quite nice. So I'm in two minds now whether I pour some more of that 13. Got some names in the hat now. Let me make a wee note of these actually, but while I'm on the case. Bourbon bites. Just you carry on chatting amongst yourselves while I do this. Gabriel. Mike Myers. Okay. At least the draw now is going to be interesting because there's a few guys involved in it now. So that can crack on now. Let's do what we've got now. What's happening? I'm going to catch a wee bit in the chat. I'm not sure if you're talking to me, Samuel Cass, but I'm not a big Lafroig fan. The only Lafroig that I've done this year is the Lafroig 10 cast strength. And you can see I'm doing well with this one. So, when I actually think about it, for somebody who's not into peat, I go through quite a bit of it. Go through quite a few bottles. Let's have a look. I think some of the guys are talking there about bourbon, I think. Let me... I think I've got a new EVAP 702. How you doing, EVAP? Where have you been? I don't know what time it is where you are. Maybe you've just woke up or maybe you're just ready to go to bed. Thank you very much for popping in. Thanks for popping in again, Tim. Nice to see you again, buddy. Just to give you a quick rundown for the guys that's just popped in. Alan, I'm on the Pete and Sherry KK8. Well, I could be tempted to join you later on, but let me finish these 5 and see where we end up. Roger Smith's popped in. How you doing, Roger? Mike Valletto. I don't know if we've hit a different time zone, but it seems to be a load of people have popped in. I'll do a quick recap, guys, just to let you know that I've cracked open 5 lockdown whiskies. I've opened up the Oloroso Hazelburn Oloroso 13, Hazelburn Oloroso 14, the Glen Scotia Tawny Port Campbelltown Whisky Festival 2020, cast strength, peated. I've also opened up the Lagavulin Jazz and the Dark Cove, Ardbeg Dark Cove committee release. So there's some spectacular whiskies cracking around at the minute. If you fancy a chance of winning a full selection of these and samples, then just drop me a quick super chat and we'll take it from there. Let's have a look and see. Alan, are you a Talisker fan? In a nutshell, Samuel Cask, Talisker for me, when I was getting into whiskey, thanks for the super chat there, Roger. Thank you very much, mate. I'll have a little sip of this Lagavulin Jazz. Cheers, fella. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, Talisker. When I was starting out drinking whiskey, Talisker 10 was my kind of maybe a go-to whiskey. It was one of those. I had a boss who liked whiskey, and he says get into Talisker. So yeah, I did Talisker. Got the Oak and Smoke reviews. How you doing, Brent? Thanks very much for popping in. Yeah, I've got a few of the guys now. Lunchtime here in Vegas. EVAP 702. You're pretty close to my mate, Jerry Kersey, the Dram Yankee. He's a guy you want to check out because he lives in Vegas and he's got some spectacular whiskies, bourbons. I think he's a big bourbon guy, but he's trying to get into Scotch in a minute. So if you're watching, Jerry, thank you very much, mate. I know you're busy at work in a minute. I'm going next week. How is Vegas? Oh no, I don't know if he's Vegas. Maybe I've just jumped the gun there. Oh, there's Santa Cruzing. Oh, Santa Cruzing, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. I've lost the plot again. I'm just on some wonderful whiskies. Lagavulin Jazz 2017, Dark Cove, Committee Release, Hazelburn Oloroso 13, Hazelburn Oloroso 14, Glen Scotia, Tawny Port 2020 Whiskey Festival. There's some great stuff in a minute. I'm trying to catch up with you guys in a minute. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to try some more. But while you guys get to know each other in the chat, I'm going to kind of... Peter, I don't think you're late, mate, because there's every chance it may go on for a bit. Yeah, I'm going to pour some more. I tell you what, I'm not going to pour the 13 Hazelburn. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to open another one up. I'm going to do the Longmorn. It might not be a fantastic idea because I've had that much peat in a minute, but I'm going to crack it. Because why not? Let's find the glass. These bottles, guys, again, I bought these. It must have been, what's the date on this one? 2015. I bought a bottle of this way back, and I must have let it. It's been a long time, guys. I actually can't remember how good this was, but what it tells me, because I bought 2 more bottles, I must have enjoyed it. But I bought it to collect. So now I'm going to smash it open and share one with you. Wow. Been a while. Highland Single Malt Longmorn. Oh, man. Maybe not. Or maybe... Yeah, we've got a wee... That's how long I've had this, guys. Let's just see if I can get a little bit of it. Beautiful. So I managed to get that. So I might need to decant that, but I've managed to get a safe sample of it. Daniel, that is fate, mate. You could not have planned that any better timing, man. Because I've just cracked open the Longmorn 15. And Daniel, I can send you a link if you want. I don't know if you want to pop in and have a quick chat. I don't know how busy you are, if you're at work or if you're not, what the time of day is over there. But I'll pop a link, and if you want to come in, then fine, you can come in, mate, and we'll talk all things Longmorn. And if you talk me into it, I might even open up the 16 if you want again. So, we're having a good night, guys. Let me have another time to cleanse. I was going to pop the cork back on that, but I don't have one. So I might need to decant that bottle. That's how long I've had that one. Mike Valletto's popped in. Oh, hell of a lineup you have there, Alan. Well, it's lockdown. We've come out of lockdown, mate. So I did do the video saying I'm going to smash them open. But nice to pop in, Mike. Tony Murphy. Oh, there's Tony, man. Long time no see, Tony. How you doing? Where you been? That's why you should always keep. No, listen, I've got a million cocks, mate. You don't need to worry about cocks, man. I've got a million cocks. I do keep cocks. Wow. But no, that's how long. I've had this one a long, long time, man. I dread what the other one's like now. You know, so. Oh, let's have a look. I think he's decided to say hello. How you doing? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
How's it going?
You can hear me now?
I can hear you, mate.
I just came from yard work, so I'm all sweaty.
That's all right, mate. I don't mind that. I'm all sweaty because I'm in the shed. I've just had to turn the heating off.
You're all sweaty because you did what to the who?
I had to turn the heating off.
Well, here you go. So what are you drinking? Yeah. You drinking more of my Longmorn?
No. Listen, have you just turned up? Yeah.
Yes, I just turned up.
Right. I tell you what I did. I opened up Hazelburn 13 Oloroso.
A Hazelburn 13 Oloroso.
Hazelburn 14 Oloroso.
Oh, okay.
Glen Scotia Tony Port 2020 Whiskey Festival. Ardbeg Dark Cove Committee Release. And Lagavulin Jazz 2017.
And your point is?
And then just as you turned up, I just happened to open a Longmorn 15.
Yeah. Well, there's something telling us something, isn't there?
Yeah. I thought your timing couldn't have got any better, man, because when I did my video to tell everybody that I was going to do after lockdown, I was going to open a load of bottles. The Longmorn 15 was in there, but I forgot all about it. And I thought, oh, well, let's just do the 15. And then guess who turns up?
Me.
Daniel, how you doing anyway? How you keeping?
I'm doing all right, buddy. I'm doing all right. I'm trying to split my screen here so I can see what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, no rush, mate. Just chat away. You're looking great there anyway. Your hair's looking spectacular.
You like that? That's
yeah.
I call
mine's got a little bit out of hand because I have shaved it twice, but it's grown back in. So
I call this the Johnny Bravo.
The Johnny what?
Bravo. Johnny
Bravo. Who's Johnny Bravo?
Oh, it's
that's some Canadian guy.
No, it's an animated cartoon with a guy.
Right. I thought you were talking about a Canadian porn star or something, but
no, we don't have porn in Canada.
As I don't know if you see me cork that 15. But look what happened.
You broke it.
It broke, but I was able to get into it.
Well, it's not hard.
So there's a wee bit of cork in there, but I'll decant that and change it out and to get some.
Why is this being so annoying?
That's okay, man. It's happy days, but let's just see if I'm missing it. Let's see if I'm missing anything.
Anyway, no, why I can't pop up what I want. Maybe because I got this in Chrome.
Yeah.
So if I disappear, I'll
I'm just going to respond here. Cone, no, it's not peating. It's quite spicy. It's spicy. Let's make sure I've got the right ones now, man. I've got that many kicking around in a minute. So 59. No, it's a Highland. I think Daniel's. I've lost Daniel. I don't know what he's done. Hopefully he'll come back, but Have you opened the Hazelburn 14? Yeah, Mark M, I have. Let me see if I can find it. I'll let that Longmorn open up. Let's have a look. 58 is Ardbeg. 68 is the 4. This is the 14. Really, really nice. They're all getting better as they open up. Ha ha, Johnny Bravo, love it. No, Daniel's a character, man. Yeah, let me see if I can get him back in. He's back up again.
I'm here, boys. I got you where I want you now.
Can you see me okay?
I can see you.
You got your chat all right?
Yeah, I got you where I want you.
Longmorn is not peaty but meaty.
Hey, Emily Chambers, how you doing? I guess I could have a little sip here. Usually I'm drinking beer right now.
Have a wee sip or whatever you want. Have you got a Longmorn that you can sip with me, mate?
I've got a Longmorn somewhere, but I can't find it right now. So
all right, that's how bad it is, man. I've got a Longmorn. How cool is that, guys? I've got a Longmorn, but I can't find it right now.
Well, it's somewhere. I can't find it.
Look at that, man. Look.
I don't know where it is, but we couldn't go here.
Can't believe you're showing off like that, man.
I'm not showing off. Telling you the truth. How about there's a Boona having? I got an 18-year-old Boona. Oh, look at this. There's a nice 36.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for a 46 to show up.
Wow.
Would you open up a 36 and drink it with me? But I tell you what I'm going to do.
I'd love to open up a 36 and drink it with you, but I don't have a 36 to open up and drink it with you.
What's the matter with you? You're right in the middle of Scotland. For crying out loud, you should have everything. Oh, no, you're not in Scotland. You're lying, cheating, snaking.
I'm no in Scotland.
You married an English woman because no Scottish woman would have you.
No, the Scottish women have got too many moustaches and beards and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
No. They like a lot of pies and all that kind of stuff. No,
I'm gonna pour some of this.
Scottish women in the stream. I'd like to apologise on first hand, but
yeah, well, we know about the Scottish women.
How you doing, Richard Agnew? Thank you very much for popping in from Canada. So I think all your guys are popping in, Daniel, your local, your kind of guys down the road and all that. There's quite a few Canadians at the minute.
Well, I saw Richie, but he's in California.
Yeah.
I saw Peter White. That guy knows more about whiskey than you and I will ever know. I don't really know I don't know a lot about whiskey. I don't know why everybody always thinks I do.
I don't know a lot either. I just like drinking it, man.
I'm going to have a little sip. My first sip of whiskey in days.
No, sometimes when I watch guys, when I initially thought I was going to do this on YouTube, I thought, yeah, I know loads, but when I actually delved into it, I found out that I didn't know anything. I was a relative beginner, and you could ask me which bottles would you buy to make some money on, I could tell you that, no problem. But whiskey to drink, I had no clue.
Yeah.
The last 2 or 3, I've only been drinking the last 3 years, drinking whiskey.
Yeah, and I've only been doing it for about 8 months.
Yeah, no, and so from that point of view, I could tell you what will make money and what won't make money, but that's not what the guys want.
Some people want to know that, I guess. There's those, but then we're really in the crowd of people
who want to drink it.
Yeah, if you're not drinking it, it's not whiskey, as somebody likes to say. Which is
the pleasure is in the sharing. That's what I say.
Who says that now?
I don't.
I'm going to steal all of those. I'm going to have.
Can you read it? Can you read it?
I can't read.
The pleasure is all right. Okay.
You see the halo above me? Oh
man, I love the hard work that you make it. You make us all work for our YouTube, live.
I just don't take it. I don't take it as seriously as some people do.
Yeah, no. Listen, I love it. I'm right up.
Hey, Richard. Yeah, I learned from a younger fella a long time ago, because I was like, I try to keep up on the notes and tastings, and I was trying to do my notes and do all this stuff before I got talked into doing a YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel, I don't do as well as I want to sometimes, but he says, yeah, I stopped taking notes. I stopped doing that. He says, I'd like to just sit down and enjoy it. Now, there's a time some guys just do that. They'll pour it into a rocks glass, a tumbler, and just enjoy it. This whiskey I just poured, I can smell this all day long.
Yeah.
Richard Blancas.
I tell you, I've never made a book of notes and all that. I just crack it.
You know what? Some guys, and this is what amazes me. I have a few books that I would recommend people read. I have other books that people will mention this guy's name, and I'm not going to mention them. But they didn't write a book. Every one of us could have written a book. They wrote a list, and they put it in there like they wrote a book. Yeah,
is that the 1001 whiskeys or something? There is a guy I've seen who's done
101 whiskeys you have, blah, blah, blah.
101 whiskeys, yeah.
No expert. What the heck made him an expert? You know, you go back and get some of the older books. Get the book written by Philip Hills, right? Yeah. About appreciating whiskey. Give yourself some knowledge that way. Even a Canadian here. I have an old book, The Story of Canadian Whiskey. It's not even my book. It was lent to me by a brand ambassador. But it's written way back, and it was written without somebody being encouraged just to write down all the tasting notes. But I just like whiskey. Like what I'm sipping right now, I could smell this all day long. And when it was first offered to me, I said, I don't want that. That's not Scotch.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I sent you a sample of this. You'd be like, all day long, I can nose this.
Oh, and some you get that. And what I'm saying here, I've opened up these tonight. These are nice bottles that I've kept for a while, and I thought as in my investment days, I thought, I'll keep these. But I've opened them up, and they're all different. They're all neck pours at the minute.
Yeah.
As the nights went on, they've got better. High West. Okay.
Do you know what about High West?
I think I've tried a couple of samples. I've had a couple of samples sent to me.
When this came out, when this bottle was made, they weren't even making their own. This is forced. But
is this the NGP stuff? Did they do NGP then?
I think this might be, but it might have been sourced from somewhere else. There actually might even be some. Hey, Jason Fisk, how you doing? I do too. There's some that might have come from Canada, right? They have a couple 21-year-old bottlings, right? And the interesting part about them, and you need to look up the original founder who still works for them, but he sold the company to some big conglomerate for a few $1 million, right? And he's still around, but he is basically the U.S.'s version of John Glasser, which I know sounds funny. John Glasser lives in London, but John Glasser, Compass Box, is a United States citizen. Or was anyway. I would assume he still has a citizenship, but they're just really good. The guy that started this he's a chemist, a chemical engineer.
Yeah.
Right. And he's just
they all are pretty much chemists, aren't they?
Or they got really good noses.
They've all got chemist backgrounds, haven't they?
Yeah, but just do the research on
Rachel Barry's a chemist and all that, and all them kind of maths and others.
There's a lady here in our province, Saskatchewan, for a beer company called Original 16. And it's called Original 16 because they were about to close the doors and shut down, and the Original 16 employees said, whoa, no, you're not. This is how I make my living. And they all got their money together and bought the company. But it's a female woman, not a male woman. It's a lady master brewer, is what I'm trying to say. And she actually is educated in Scotland. And I forget what else her other university background is, but I think somewhere along the lines it's chemistry. Anyway.
No, it's got to be chemistry, man. That's where they are. They're all chemists.
Well, they have to understand certain things, yes.
Absolutely,
I mean, look at our guy here, the Canadian doctor for JP Weiser, right?
Yeah, and it's the same Dr. Rachel Barry. She's the chemist as well. So it's all they've got chemistry backgrounds, man.
That's right. Anyway, you're staying healthy?
Always, mate. Yeah.
You look like you got to the barber at least.
No, well, yeah. Well, you probably missed. I shaved my head about 6 weeks ago,
Did you?
all the way back to number one, but it's grown back again. I do have a hair problem when it grows pretty quickly. Probably similar to yourself. I know you've got a fine head of hair there.
I had mine cut quite
I'm
short
the same.
before.
So I managed. If I was being honest at the minute, I've done a wee bit of skullduggery. I've gelled it all back, but it's kind of tied down at the minute.
That should be the name of your channel.
Skullduggery.
The Skullduggery Whiskey Channel.
The Whiskey Skullduggery channel. Let's change it. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. How's things in Canada? How you keeping on? You all right? Yeah, he's getting on.
We're doing pretty good, I think. I'm sure it's different from place to place, province to province. The mosquitoes, or as you might call them, the midgies.
Yeah, okay.
They're biting right now.
We've got some proper midgies in Scotland, man. We've got.
Oh, I know you do.
Vampire midgies in Scotland.
Oh, just come to Northern Canada. We'll get you. Just show you my arm.
I tell you the biggest midgies I've ever seen. The biggest midgies I've ever seen was in Mexico, man.
Oh,
I think they call them mosquitoes, but they're fucking gigantic, man. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're here. They're not too bad. I mean, you're getting, I'll have like 4 or 5 around me, not that much, but we've gotten some rain the last few days. If you get a lot of rain, they have a hard time. If you get
sometimes hot weather and not so much rain, and they're rampant, aren't they?
Yeah, it just depends on how it interferes with their breeding. And of course, with COVID, we've had the city has been shut down and employees have not been working, so there's not been as many people to support all this type of stuff, I guess, is what they're saying in the news. But anyway, I'm glad I was able to pop in and say hello. Tony is talking about an interesting whiskey, a Ben Ryack, sticking with the peat and sherry theme. He was finally able to grab a dram of it. I have a bottle of it right in front of me here.
Oh, I've just picked it up here, I think. This is Tony over your neck of the woods, I think. Tony Nelson finally able to grab a dram of Ben Ryack. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know, I've seen the one.
Yep.
That's one that if you watch it on auction, that you can get it at auction now. You can't get it as a retail.
No.
It gradually crept up now as well, that in price. So he's lucky to get a hold of that.
Oh, well, I have one sitting here. I have people keeping.
Have you opened it?
No.
No? Okay.
I have over 100 bottles open.
I know, but you're not. Why have you got a blue screen behind you, man?
It's called a wall.
Fucking hell. No, because you moved around earlier. I thought you'd put that purposely because when you moved earlier, all your whiskey came up.
I have different. Sometimes I'm in different meetings and I don't.
When you moved around earlier, all your whiskey was all over the place. That's why I said you were showing off.
Because
there you are. Right, okay. Got you now, man. Yeah. Told you, you're showing off again.
I'm not showing off.
Thanks to Mike Valetto for the super chat there, buddy. Well, thank you very much. The notes are interesting to me, but most of the time it's just sitting back enjoying without working. Listen, I don't take notes, man. I just think it and enjoy it. And
I do agree with the guys that are doing.
Some of them keep logs, don't they?
They keep logs, some of them, and some of them I think they're just doing it to keep themselves so they're not stuttering while they're doing their live review or their taped review.
Cheers, Mike.
I don't. But I have to agree with Mike. Most of the time you just sit back and enjoy it. I mean, sure. When you first open up a bottle, if you're opening up a bottle, if you're opening it up with some friends, and maybe you bought it to bring as a gift to somewhere, or like if I came to England, I came to see you. We're going to open it up. We're going to pour a dram out of the neck pour for both of us, right?
Yeah.
And if there's a bunch of other people there, then that'll happen too. And then we sit back and we go back and try it. When I go to a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society outturn, pardon me, I save half of every one of my drams. There's 6 or 7, right? And I always add 4 drops of water in my second half before I move on. And when I go back, and we do it blind, somewhat blind. I mean, the guy that we do it with at the liquor store does not show us the numbers. He just shows us the description and a few hints in here, right? But when you go back, something that I didn't like, all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, that's not the same whiskey. So it changed, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be the water or because you've been influenced by the ones after, right? It's what all depends, right? There's a 22. I didn't know there was a 10A2 Albariza. I didn't know that. But anyway, it's about enjoying it, really. And I guess that comes back to the point. It's not whiskey until you shared it, or how do you say it? What's the Whiskey Friends version of that?
Say that again.
It's not whiskey.
I was listening to you. I was trying to catch the chat there at the same time as well.
You bunkered up your stash in case all hell breaks loose. Well, all hell's going to break loose, my friend.
No, yeah, no. Well, I've got a stash, man. My stash is just every day now. It's just getting my stash now is. I'm opening all. I've never had so many bottles opened up, man.
Well, there's one friend I have here, and you guys would know him on Instagram as Know Your Whiskey, who is Josh. Josh lives in northern Alberta here, about 5 hours drive from me. And there was a forest fire up there about 2-3 years ago, and he lost everything.
Wow.
So I really give him a hard time when I show him my Brook Laddies, because he had quite the stash of Brook Laddies. And
he lost all his whiskey.
He did, and he got.
I'll tell you a little story, Daniel. I hit a point where probably, I don't know if you've ever heard, there was a big fire here in London at the Grenfell Tower where a block of flats went up, and a lot of people got killed in the block of flats. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago now. But what happened when I seen how quick that block of flats went up, I thought about it. I was at a point where, you know, when you're checking auctions out and looking for whiskies and chasing whiskies down, and you've probably been in that boat where you want a bottle you want to get. I was loving the point, and then there's a point when I lost it, where I was losing kind of interest in chasing them all down. But that fire went up and blew that tower to pieces, and all those people get killed. And I thought, if my house went up on fire, then the whole neighborhood.
Well, I've been asked that silly question, like, okay, if your house was on fire and you could only take one bottle with you, what would you take? And I'm like, man, if I have that time no, I'm not even going to worry about it, man.
I didn't think that. My thought was, if my house went on fire, I didn't think which bottle would I run and grab. No. That's like saying, if you've got 3 kids, which one would you go and get? If you could grab one of them, which would you grab? But no, I thought if my house goes up, the whole neighborhood's going up, right? And I was losing a wee bit of interest buying whiskey at the time and all that. And I was probably kind of thinking about YouTube at the time. So I decided to sell a load. Every house in the cupboard was full of whiskey, Daniel. You've got a big room there. I had them everywhere. I had them in my dining room. I had them in my living room. I had them in my kitchen. I had them upstairs. I had them in the bedroom cupboards. I had them in the top of the wardrobes. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I need to rethink some things. Everybody should.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the stage where I just had that much and I couldn't accommodate the space.
Yeah,
and
things are not gonna. I mean, it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in right now. Things are gonna get.
Yeah,
they're gonna get haywire. This pandemic is one thing, but people are upset all over the world, man.
Yeah, but I went through that stage and I says, I've got too much whiskey in here. I need to do something, and I was losing my kind of urge to buy it and all that. So I decided to sell. That's when I sold a load of bottles, man. I think I sold about 120 bottles at auction, man. And they were real nice bottles, man. Some of the stuff that I'd collected, I just decided to get rid of it. And then I don't know what happened. I think I found YouTube, and YouTube kind of rejuvenated me again. I got back on the urge again. And
yeah, and I mean, we all have to continue doing what we're doing, right? Peter White's got a comment in here to Tony about Alberta Premium Cask Strength, and I think I agree with him. The cask that Alberta Premium Cask Strength, Peter White is great. I mean, the 20-year-old, I don't think it's very good, but never try it. Never try them beside each other, because it'll totally ruin the 20-year-old.
I think I might have that Alberta Premium Cask Strength. Let me see if I've got one.
Oh, you know you got one. Don't act. You should be in the theater. Were you a Scottish thespian? Such
I think I do have one actually.
You don't think.
I think Food Quick sent me one.
I don't think you have to think. We know you know.
All right, okay.
What kind of pictures you got going on here? You got a banner above your head, don't you? I see what's going on. I'm like, why am I missing top of your head?
Say that again, mate.
I said, why you have a banner at the top? I see.
I
see what you're doing. Yeah, it's just
the top. Oh, the Whiskey Friend one, yeah.
Yeah, I see what it is. Yeah,
that's the Whiskey Friend one.
I use a different program now, eh?
Oh, if you want to subscribe, just click that and subscribe, mate. Yeah.
Subscribe to what?
Wait, Daniel, just for the guys that were in before you came in, right? I did pull this 15. Have you tried 15? When did you try the 15 last?
I'll be quiet now.
No, you don't need to be quiet, mate. When did you try the 15? You tried the 15.
15-year-old what?
Longmorn.
No, I haven't. We don't get a lot of 15-year-old any Longmorn here. We got that their non-age statement thing. Yeah, no one's gonna. Where am I gonna find that? That's not like from yesterday.
I don't know. I think just to rub it in, I think I do have another one here.
I'm sure you do. Don't worry, I'll not rub anything into your face. I should go out. I've got
this is different to the 16.
Oh, it should be. It's a 15.
No, but it's fruitier. This is.
Oh, it's fruitier.
This is much fruitier, man.
I'll tell you about fruitier. A little.
Hold on, let me see if it's as peppery as.
Let me see if it's as peppery.
It's okay if I have a little sip.
I don't care what you do with it. I hope you don't choke on it. That's all I know. I'm just gonna drink this.
Cheers, guys.
Yippee-yi-yay.
Mother, yeah.
I don't swear.
Let's see if I'm missing anything here. Oh, Peter White's all over us here, isn't he?
Peter White should write a book, actually.
Yeah. Peter White, write a book, man. I'll buy you a book if you write a book.
I see pandemic. I question everything. Yes. You don't have to question too much, my friend. Things are just, they are what they are. Here's the funny thing is I have a whole bunch of bottles. Probably less than 50% of them are worth any money.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the collection this man has that you're watching here right now, that guy there, he was doing it completely for profit in the beginning. Yeah, I didn't know nothing. I'm like, oh, that bottle's limited. Oh, I'll buy it. Buy that, buy this. I didn't know what I was buying. Oh, buy two of them.
Yeah.
Right? It was uneducated, and then I got educated. That's actually one reason I like several of the people that do YouTube. And then there's some, I mean, if I was going to do a YouTube review, they'd probably get their lawyers to call and tell me to stop talking about them. Like, that guy's a donkey. He doesn't know he doesn't know anything. He only got into it because he needed to have a subject. He's all about the algorithm, right? Or this guy or that guy, right? Those four donkeys, they don't know anything. Right?
Absolutely.
I got way too much opinion. A 5-hour drive is close in Canada. Love that. Yeah, Mike. Actually, ask any of the guys in here. Peter, Jason.
No, there's some guys, because when you turned up, I don't know whether I had a different time zone or whatever happened, but all you guys came in at the same time.
No, Peter was in here, wasn't he?
Probably a little bit before you.
They were ahead of me, these guys, yeah.
A few of them, yeah. Jason Fisk came in a little bit before you. Yeah, the last kind of 10, 15 minutes before you came in, a lot of the guys turned up. So I don't know whether it suits the time zone over there. Whereas I've had a lot of the UK guys, I think they seem to have kind of drifted off now. So I think once we started talking about collections and whiskey and all that, and Dump to Dark Cove and Dump to Tawny's Cove and all that kind of stuff, they've kind of done, I think.
Oh, I see.
But no, there's a few guys in at the minute. No, I've still
back to that comment. A lot of times you'll ask us how far something is, at least in Alberta. And I mean, I grew up all across Canada. We'll say, well, it's about 5 hours. So 5 hours means it's 500 kilometers because it's 100 kilometers per hour. Right?
Yeah, but 60 mile an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Next time I come to the UK, I would like to do it on a motorcycle, if that is able to happen. I would like to go to, I think, Inverness and rent a motorcycle and ride all the way up to the
but I don't think. See, when you talk about motor, I'm not a motorcycle guy. I don't drive.
No, I can tell you're not. I know you're not. I can tell.
I don't do a motorcycle, right? But
no, I can tell by your hands.
Say again.
I can tell by your hands. Those little fingernails here. Look at them little things. What are you going to do with those?
I don't think our country's suited to motorcycles, man.
Are you kidding me? Your country is phenomenal for motorcycles.
No, it's not, man.
Aye, it is.
Oh, man. You can drive it in an hour.
Oh, yeah, we know. You want to ride in luxury and you want the chauffeur to know where to go.
An hour and a half takes you from top to bottom, man. It's done.
We know.
You guys are driving like fucking 6 days and you've got halfway across the country.
I can cross Canada in 3 days.
Absolutely. Well, I can cross Scotland in 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't think it's suited. Listen, guys on motorcycles might tell me something different, but I don't think it's suited.
Tony says you can ride.
Alan, I'm still. Let's see what Mark Slinger's saying.
You can ride on the back with me.
Oh, no problem, mate. I'll be happy to do that, mate.
You can be the bitch.
Going, can't choose my next tram. The whiskey friend. Mark, choose anything you want, mate. You've got a massive drink collection there. Just pour anything. Doesn't really matter what you want to do. Stop being a pussy and just pour something.
He's like me. I saw you. I was actually on an Instagram live with a couple motorcycle review guys or whatever they are. And I have several motorbikes and I asked them which one I should ride. Because sometimes you don't want to think about it. Peter White drove from Halifax to Calgary like 4 times. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. And how long did it take you, Peter? Were you driving alone, solo? That takes a little longer. If you have people and swap off and one sleeps and one drives, you're going, right?
Yeah. So you're into your bikes then, Daniel, yeah?
Am I what?
Into your motorbikes.
I'm into my motorbikes. That's where the name...
question, right? I tell you, I've got a question for you. I watched it dawned on me when you said motorbikes, right? I was driving home from work a couple of days ago, and there was a couple of guys in front of me on motorbikes, right?
Yeah.
All the black leather and all that stuff, all the little tiny helmets and all that on, right? But there was 2 guys on 2 different bikes. One of them had the big chopper one. You know when he drives like that?
Yeah.
So he drives like that, and his fucking legs are out there. And I'm thinking, how can that be comfortable or safe? Is that how did he work them chopper things then? What's the script there?
And it was in England.
In England, yeah.
Well, he's just did that for the image. It's just a look, man. It's not
because he's like that. His arms are up here.
Yeah. They call them ape hangers, and I mean you're going to catch lots of
tiny little kind of the little German helmets that they had, little
beanie hat. Yeah, he watched 1 or 2 many episodes of some television show. Yeah, it's a style from the 70s or whatever. People customize, and they still customize motorbikes.
Yeah, that can't be safe, man.
I don't think it's as agile as a dirt bike or a sport bike or so forth, right? But
yeah,
I mean the same principles and riding with your feet out in front of you. I mean, you think
he's like that. He's like he's doing a star jump, you know.
Yeah. You think you're comfortable, but you're not really, because every time you hit a bump with your feet in front of you, you're just taking it right up into the tailbone, boys.
Okay.
I mean, if you're sitting like, you know how people say it looks like a monkey screwing a football when you're on a sport bike. I don't know how they say it in England or Scotland, but you're hunched over the motorbike. You're technically squatting. So just like, you're standing on a floor, you're out in the bush camping, you got to go to the can, you squat, right?
Yeah.
And you don't put any pressure forward or backwards. You're squatting. So when you're sitting on a motorbike, you've got the pegs, and you sit that way, and you're really light on the handlebars and so forth. The bike is designed to stay up no matter what. You can find tons of YouTube videos where guys crash and the motorbike just keeps going, because the motorbike is physics. It's built that way, right? So it just depends.
I think Mark Slinger saying you should do a 500 North Coast 500 mile bike ride around
what's
the
in
Highlands.
the Highlands. Mark? That's in the Highlands. It's not
Mark's
in
in the
Ireland.
Highlands, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one called 500 in Ireland. So one of the famous guys all over the UK really is Joey Dunlop. And Joey Dunlop, like for motorbikes, he would be like the Wayne Gretzky for motorbikes. Wayne Gretzky is our famous hockey player, right? They have a statue of him in the Isle of Man. He died in a race somewhere in Europe. Yeah. But he won everything. 500 Northwest. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And there's a race of him doing the Northwest in Ireland. And he's got two guys behind him on fancy, modern. Well, at that time, this race is probably over 15 years ago, maybe. They were 10 years younger than him. And they were on actually newer, advanced motorbikes, Yamahas. And he was on a Honda V twin, maybe a V4 V twin, RC51 or RC50. And he won the race. Right, because it was just raw skill. You can find that video. It's amazing to watch what these guys can do. Right. He died in Estonia. Yep, in a rain. It was his second race, and somebody before had crashed, and there was oil, and when it rained, it brought the oil kind of to the surface or whatever, and he crashed. Yeah, he was a real quiet Irishman. Owned a pub. His whole family races, and his brother's it's amazing. And he owned a little pub somewhere in Ireland, and he just really kind of a great guy. He would load up a 1-ton cube van and drive to orphanages and drop off supplies and so forth without telling a soul. Wow. Right, really nice guy, Joey Dunlop. Look him up. There's a beautiful statue of him on the Isle of Man.
Yeah, so they do the Isle of Man TT and all that. They do the quick stuff. Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man has been around for over 100 years, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, even
that's if you ask me anything about the Isle of Man, that's all I know about the Isle of Man. Is Ralphie is on the Isle of Man.
Ralphie is on the Isle of Man. Ralphie also came to the United States. TT. Yeah, Ralphie even put out a special bottle of whiskey as a fundraiser. And the way he labeled it Joey Dunlop's yellow and black stripes that he always had on his helmet. Yeah.
Well, Ralphie's into his bikes as well, didn't he? He did his speed record, didn't he?
In Utah, yeah.
Yeah, Ralphie.
I think he might have done it in other places, but he went and did one. And it's on a very small bike. It's not on a super duper bike. It's just for the fun of it, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think growing up in the Isle of Man, I think the bikes and the thing is a bit more kind of.
Well, the TT stands for Tourist Trophy. So way back in the day, I mean, if you see any old black and white footage, they're basically racing on what we would consider a moped now. I mean, you can buy a moped with more power than those bikes had.
Wow.
Yeah, his nephew. Oh, he died just last year. William Dunlop. Yeah. Those guys are crazy. They really are. You'd think after a while they would just say, okay, this is enough risk. Right.
I think Antonio says he died in Estonia.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You know what? There were something like 20,000 people at his funeral. Like, it was massive.
Wow.
Say It Ain't So, Joe. You ever heard that song?
No.
Oh, you got to look that up.
To me, it's Canadian music, man. I'm not into Canadian music.
Say It Ain't So ain't Canadian, bro. It's from your neck. Right. You got a face for radio and a voice for books there, Al.
Oh, cheers, buddy.
Yeah,
thanks very much.
On the same bike as the RC51. Are you sure it was not? I think it was older than that, RC48 or 40.
Daniel, same bike at the Kentucky kid won the MEA Superbikes in the USA.
Yeah, he's talking about Joey Dunlop always rode a Honda, and the RC51 is the one I mentioned, but I think he was on an RC49. I think he was on the older version of that, where he won this race against these two young bucks. And he was beat up. I think he had a broken finger and tons of stuff. And you should see this race in Ireland. I work with some Irish guys. They said they'll never ride bikes because they watched these crazy guys in Ireland racing, road racing. I mean, you got to think about it. Even in the Isle of Man, I mean, if you crash, you're going to hit a fence that's been there for like a century.
They get 2 or 3 killed every year, Daniel.
Oh, I think that's it's probably more than that. And some of them though are people that are there the week before the race and the week after, because I think they take the speed limit out.
I actually think they've had some people who are just spectating killed as well, because the bikes are just hitting them and killing them.
That, yes, RC45. That's what I was trying to think of, Santa Cruzing.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Daniel. Have you tried any of these?
No.
Olorosos. You had any of them?
Oh, I've got lots of Olorosos I've tried. I don't know which ones
Hazelburn.
Yeah, I might have tried one or two of them.
13 and 14.
Yeah, I have them sitting here, right here, actually. Oh, my legs, buddy. Here, tell me if you tried this yet.
Oh, no, I've not tried that, man. No. That looks like a Pawn Star whiskey, that.
It's not whiskey.
Oh, okay. Excuse my ignorance. Lagavulin single malt. It is single malt whiskey, man.
It's not single malt whiskey.
It says Ireland single malt whiskey on the bottom there, man.
Yeah. It's not. Somebody in the comments tell them what this is. Tell them what it is.
I'm trying to see it. It's Lagavulin single malt.
Yeah, you always read from the bottom up.
All right, Don Julio Reposado.
Don Julio Respasato.
Yeah, okay, I've got no accent, man.
Oh yeah, you've got an accent. Aye,
I've not got that accent.
Don Julio is tequila.
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 So it's a Lagavulin cast tequila, yeah.
It's a tequila that's been finished in a Lagavulin.
Ah, right, okay.
Aye.
I think you've been called a gangster, man.
I'm in an interrogation room. You're right.
Tequila is in Lagavulin barrel. Yeah. Oh, well done, Gabriel. Thanks for keeping me right, mate. I'm getting old. My eyesight's getting a wee bit kind of, off the charts, but
maybe you should pop up the screen and make it bigger. Have a 9-year-old Heaven Hill cast strength finished in Ardbeg. Well, that would be interesting. I have a Heavens Hill barrel sitting out on my porch. I think I was going to see about getting it filled, but I think I might just turn it into a swish barrel. What do you think I should do, Peter?
Peter White showing off now, isn't he?
Peter White. I'm not going to say anything because Peter White has called me on showing off. He calls me
right.
Peter White likes to keep me in line, which I appreciate.
Is Peter White in your neck of the woods?
He's in Canada.
Yeah. No,
he's out in the east, but he's lived out here. So do a Heavens Hill swish barrel. I have another barrel coming from Maker's Mark, and these are never been used for anything else. So I have the numbers off it. I would love to find out what was in that Heavens Hill barrel, if they'll tell me, but got to find the right people.
Just a quick one, just to not to change the subject a little bit.
Well, change it. Bring it back to whiskey. Go on. Bring it back to
that Longmorn's lovely, man.
I bet it is.
That's lovely.
Sure would like to have a bottle of it.
I've opened up
I'm getting closer to this.
6 spectacular whiskies tonight, right?
I bet you have. You're probably going to have to get a taxi to get back to your house, eh?
Yeah. But, no, I'll get somebody to come pick me up. But...
You're going to call the wife saying, bring me my crutch, I can't get in the house.
No. It's not too far. It's only, a couple 100 yards, man.
I know it was bourbon, Peter White. I just wonder what bourbon, what they might have brought out of it and bottled it as.
Yeah. Okay.
So you had 6.
What are you enjoying at the minute? What are you enjoying whiskey-wise?
Well, one, I just...
What's floating your boat, man?
This High West is phenomenal. It's very, very floral.
Okay.
And this is an old release. It's not... This is when... I know you're screwing with me.
No, I'm not.
No, not you, Peter. I'm reading the comments. Right. You and Food Quick have the same problem with comments. You gotta pop your comment chat out and put it beside your screen or something.
Okay.
David Perkins is the guy that did this, and he had a phenomenal way with it. But one of the other ones I have, and it's out in the open room, is a a 23-year-old New Zealand whiskey. You can see it on my Instagram. I opened that up. I forget who I was with. People dared me to open up something new when I opened it up for World Whiskey Day. And it's from a distillery that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm glad I held on to it. I've had it since 2013, and it is very, very nice. Very floral with a nice touch of spice to it.
Wow. I think Tonio's having a wee bit of a go at, what do you call him? The nose. What's his face? The guy that chucks all the whiskey out.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm going to tell you, there was a comment about one person that a lot of people may respect from another master distiller when I was in Scotland.
Yeah.
Said, yeah, I grew up with him. He's a charlatan. I'm like, what? Can I videotape this? Of course I couldn't, but like, he's a charlatan. And now we're not talking about the same fella. But, yeah. I mean, you got to understand that they're in that position for the theatrics. They're not just there because of whiskey.
Hello, how are you? Fine, thank you very much. I think that's his slogan.
He's being theatrical, but in the long run, that's kind of what I mean. If somewhere in your brain, I guess you could have that conversation with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Roger Smith says, "Good night, Alan. Chat."
Yeah. No, but it is. You're right. It's just that that's his
sure
USB in it.
Yeah, I guess his
thing is used to chuck whiskey all over the floor, didn't he? Who the fuck chucks whiskey on the floor, man?
Well, he wants to clean the glass. I mean,
he just chuck it, pour some and chuck it on the floor, man.
Because it doesn't cost him anything.
Yeah, no, I know, but who would do it? You're right. It's gimmicky.
Yeah, but it's part of the thing. I mean, there's lots of different ones with gimmicks, right? I mean, there really is. I mean, have you ever seen a tasting with Jim McEwen?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, it's a show.
Yeah.
I mean,
some of them are showmen. I think Ralphie has become a little bit of a showman now, isn't he? But Ralphie, he does all his own thing, and it's his way, and it's by the byway that you want.
You get and I think Ralphie's okay that way. I think he's doing that because then nobody can accuse him of being bought or that he had his own opinion, and he's really protecting himself from other people, such as the person that writes the whiskey Bible, right?
Yeah.
But there's other guys that aren't even close to Ralphie's experience or knowledge.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people that get into Ralphie now, they don't go back and look at the old videos and see where he started.
No, I started with him. That's where I started watching. That's really why once I started the idea, I got an idea of collecting on the news. And then what I did is I started checking out YouTube, and Ralphie was the first one that came up. So I was pretty much in Ralphie. If you watch Ralphie's first video, man, it's like 2-3 minutes. And he was really rough, and like we all do, we all start rough and raw and
sure. Because you know who has a bigger YouTube channel than him, right?
Yeah,
is his brother.
Yes,
and it's all about he does like electronics reviews and all this type of stuff.
But
Ralphie is still real. I think that after 10 years and how much he's ever done, he might feel a strain to try to do something new. He has another YouTube channel about.
Absolutely. When you watch his first videos, it was a quick 2-minute, 3-minute out, and then they got to the stage where they became 30 minutes. So from like 2 minutes to 30 minutes, and I think he realised then he could split it up into 2 videos. So he'd do his review, and then he'd do his afterwards. You know, all the bits and pieces, what he wanted to add and what he wanted to talk about distilleries and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was quite clever how he done it. So he's turned that 25-minute video into a kind of 2 videos, and he's getting 2 hits, 2 views, 2 lots. I think it works for him commercially, which is fantastic. Rather than sitting for 30 minutes talking about, you know.
Yeah. You know what? This is the thing here. I've had lots of people like certain guys that do YouTube like, well, you never review anything. I'm like, well, I don't know. What do I need to review it? I've thought about it. Maybe I will review something here or there, but I'm not. all these other guys like to maybe think of themselves as influencers. I don't think Ralphie does.
Absolutely.
And
No,
I don't
but I
think
think he is an influencer. I think Ralphie
he
is
is.
an influencer because I think when he did these Glen Allerkey 12, that just sold out. He's Glen, what's the one he did? Oh, I've lost my plot now. He did one that sold out completely. The 15-year-old. It's Glen something, man. I'll come back to it in a minute, but he sold out rapidly, and it was out for about 2 years, and then it came back afterwards. It's sweet, fruity. I can see the whiskey, but I can't hear the name. I think Ralphie does do a bit of influence, and I think if Ralphie does his whiskey of the year, then they tend to fly out, man.
Sure, people will jump on that. The same as whatchamacallit.
Yes, Glen Cadam. Yeah, Jason Coates, he's got his list.
Oh yeah, Glen Cadam. Yeah,
Glen Cadam 15, man. It just went off the shelves, man.
Sure it did, and he's doing him a favor, but he only does that if he honestly means it, though. I never get an opinion like the other guy, Murray. There, he puts out stuff, and you'll notice though a pattern. Like when he did Crown Royal, the Canadian whiskey, there, Crown Royal.
That was. I'm pretty sure that was Ralphie's very first video.
Crown Royal.
Yes.
No, but I'm talking about the Whiskey Bible, Bill Murray there or whatever.
Oh no, but what I'm saying is I think that was Ralphie's very. Listen, I could be mistaken. It's first or second video was Crown Royal. That was
okay, well, that's good, and he was probably very fair about it, right?
That was the very first video that Ralphie ever done.
Whereas you notice with the other guy, it's always usually the world whiskey is owned by a conglomerate. It's never
absolutely.
Yeah, little company.
I'll tell you the biggest misstatement Jim Murray ever said.
Jim Murray, yeah.
Jim Murray compared Johnny Walker Red to Glendronach Allardyce, and he preferred the Johnny Walker Red. He said Johnny Walker Red scored higher than Glendronach Allardyce. How they ever get compared together as two whiskies, it baffles me.
Yeah,
but that's what he did.
C.R. Rye did not even win Canadian of the Year in Canada that year. No, it was just in his book. And then who knows what version of it he got of the Harvest Rye. So anyway, it's just a game. And I mean, it's good that there's a bunch of YouTubers out there throwing out their opinions and so forth. Some are a little bit more opinionated than others. I mean, I can tell you the ones I really hated, but I don't usually do that. I would, at the best, I'm giving you my opinion. I would like to start a new term called opinionator.
Yes.
Not an influencer, but an opinionator. And that's a good point that Tonio is bringing out. Is it Tonio? I hope I'm saying it right.
Tonio, yeah. Tonio and O'Neill, yeah.
But it wasn't. I haven't heard people going mad about it. No, Deanston 12 is a good whiskey. It's a good whiskey. Right? You don't have to go mad about it. One of the best reviews that I will never forget from Ralphie was about Johnny Walker Red Label. And it wasn't because he wanted to review Johnny Walker Red Label. Somebody gave him a bottle that was, I don't know how many years old. They had found it in the back of their grandfather's closet when they were cleaning up after their grandfather deceased.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he compared it to a new version of the bottle. And he actually gave the old version a higher rating. Not much, just a few points here or there, in his opinion. He's always very careful that it's his opinion. Now, what you really learned from him in that review is that all whiskey is rare. So the water changes, the barrel changed, the oats changed, the guy making it could have changed.
Yeah.
Right? So I always thought of that, and I used to use the example of making a chocolate cake. You and I have the exact same ingredients in our kitchens to make a chocolate cake, let's say. And I go to make mine and you go to make yours. Yeah. But we make a totally different chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Because I whipped the butter or I use this amount of that. It varies. So Sure, we talked about chemists and
It's the
science.
chemistry, innit? It's the chemistry's coming in, so the measurements and what's going in and what's going in.
There's a difference between a recipe, and a formula.
I think Ralphie's latest video, I think, is an old Johnny Walker Red. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen some comments and social media posts that Ralphie's done a Johnny Walker Red, and he has an epiphany moment, I think, in it. A really, really old one. I've not saw it myself, but I'm going to look out and catch up with that Johnny Walker one.
Yeah,
Walker Red he's done.
Somebody says he loves Diageo. I'm not sure if I can agree with that, but if he's promoting, maybe he just likes Cragganmore.
No, to be fair, I love Craggan. The Cragganmore 12 at 40%, probably the most complex 40% whiskey on the market. It's got everything. It's floral. It's complicated. It's I know, and for a 40%er, it is complicated. I've never seen Ralphie do it on his channel.
I've never looked, but I'm sure he has done.
No, I do personally enjoy the Cragganmore 12. It is one of my go-to whiskies. I do a lot of Cragganmore 12.
We just got some stuff, and I don't have it in here, and we found it on a shelf for $36 a bottle. And we did a little research. It's selling for £70 in the UK.
Which one's that, Daniel?
Glenburgie.
Okay.
Just a 10-year-old 40% Glenburgie.
Yeah.
And it is very, very drinkable. It's good stuff. Right? And it's old bottling. Actually, no, it's not. It's a Gordon MacPhail release, but it's done on just a plain label. You wouldn't even know it. Glenburgie written right across it.
Wow.
That's what it is. I told the guy to buy me a case of it.
Yeah.
And it was found in a dusty old buddy.
I might be mistaken, but I think Mr. Slinger lives next to Glenburgie, I think. I could be wrong, but I think he lives...
Mark? Yeah?
A stone's throw, I think. I think Glenburgie might be one of them. Mark will probably tell me if I'm off base, but I think he's very close to Glenburgie.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure of the conversation that's going on. Jason here. Deanston is fantastic. Not sure how you'd miss that. I don't miss it. I don't know if that's meant for you or I, but my favorite whiskey in the long run, when people ask you, are you a peat guy or a sherry guy? And I just tell them, no, neither. I'm a virgin oak guy. A lot of times I think that I get tired of having to be in a category for something.
Yeah, look at that. Anyway. Yeah, look. Yeah. Glenburgie is at the bottom of my garden.
Oh, well. Go down to your garden, pick the weeds, and tell them we were talking about them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just give me a bit of backstory, Daniel. This guy's he's English, I think.
And he lives in Scotland.
Forgive me if he's wrong, right? But he moved up to Speyside 20 odd years ago, right? He only started drinking whiskey 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what it is? He probably knew you were moving to England, so he says, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing now?
I have an independent bottler. It's actually Murray McDavid with Glenburgie in it, but they misspelled Glenburgie on the label. They spelt it with an H. And
you thought, oh, that's collectible.
I did. I bought that when I first started out. It was on sale. I have lots of independent bottlers. Yeah. Lots of them. My first master class tasting I ever went to was a Duncan Taylor with a guy named Peter Curry from Scotland that now lives in California as a rep there. And it kind of opened your eyes at that time about whiskey, especially Scottish whiskey, right? And how he's the one that he says, sure, it's aged by the ocean in the sea and next to this and that. But it's also aged in a warehouse by the diesel trains at the train yard, right? And I really noticed that, for example, when I was at Springbank in Campbelltown, everybody's going on. We're in the room where they throw the poop into the stove, into the oven, furnace, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, I can smell peat. Sure. I'm standing. First of all, it was raining outside. So I was standing at first next to all the wet peat. And then inside, I'm standing next to all the dry peat. They do a mix, right? And they actually have it on the wall there, what's used all the time, right? But for everybody else, they can smell this and they're going on about it and everything. And all I could smell was hydraulic fluid. Because around the corner, there is a little tiny motor pump that pumps for pumping and operating the fan for the smoke to push it up. And that's what I could smell. I'm like, why do I smell hydraulic fluid? And that's what dominated because of probably partially because of my work and so forth. So it's kind of interesting to see those things. I found that was one of my interesting things. I mean, it could be something else for somebody else. It's the same as when we're talking about what you know.
Some of them really want to get into how it's done and how it's distilled and
we have to realize
what water systems are using, and there's loads and loads of stuff, man.
Sure there are. And it could be the slightest thing.
If you're a real nerd, you want to get into that. If I was 25, Daniel, I'd go down that road.
Well, you should. You're not old.
No, man. I just want to just pop something and cork it and pour it and drink it, man. That's. I don't really care where it comes from, man. How they do it.
Yeah, I'll tell you if I liked it or not.
Somebody else's thing is they decide how they're going to put this together. I just love what they put together, man.
See if you can find that book.
Okay. Appreciating Whiskey.
Yeah.
Philip Mills, yeah?
Hills. Yep. See if you can, boy.
What's that? It looks like a big, thick book, mate.
No, man. It's the size of a freaking one of your Playboys. One of your Scottish Playboys. What do they call it? Play sheep or sheep shagger? It's got a lot of stuff. You see all that science in there? Molecule.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if I'd read it, Daniel. Honestly, I'd be wasted. That book would be wasted on me.
No, it's pretty good. It's just simply why whiskey tastes as it does, the chemistry.
Yeah.
And it's written in pretty plain English.
Yeah.
But it might be, you might have to, maybe get the wife to read it for you, the big words. I don't know.
No, but you're a wee bit. You like you want to know how things are. I'm not. I'm just want to just buy something and drink it and enjoy it. And if it's good, it's good. If it's shit, I'll just give samples out to somebody.
Antonio, it's nice that your wife said to order yourself a bottle, and it's also nice that you can order on Amazon. We can't do that over here.
Yeah, no, Amazon's great for us. We're picking up some bargains on Amazon at the minute. I just got a Bunnahabhain 12, 30 quid on Amazon. No, Amazon's throwing some stuff out. I picked up a Talisker, that Game of Thrones Talisker for about 25 quid on Amazon. Free delivery. Don't crack that open yet. You're catching up with let's have a look. Palo Cataldo, my best whiskey of last year. Wow. Let's have a look.
Peter White. Talking about a bunch of whiskeys that are coming too, but this I actually have that Deanston sitting right here, a sample of it right here.
What, the Catado?
Yeah.
So far?
I've saved half the sample that was sent me. Yeah, because they said it was available and it was going to be around, but I could never find a bottle. 1997, 51%. It's beautiful stuff.
Oh, I've got a different one. I've got a Deanston Palo Catado, 12-year-old.
Well, this is
55.8.
This is 51.8.
This is 55.8, this one.
Well, Peter will know the difference. Ask Peter.
12-year-old.
It's good.
So
I've got all these samples I got here from our Canadian ambassador.
Okay.
Some of them, I mean, we had to pay for them. For a couple tastings, we had to pay for them because they were, like that 36-year-old, right? And less than 300 bottles. Yeah, there's not going to be much, and I think he's trying to spread it out through Canada. But
yeah, Mark Slinger's letting me know that he sent me that Catado.
I would stop sending him anything, Mark.
No, I tell you, Mark, just to be you've not sent me another sample of that Glen Alecky sample that you sent me. That was mind blowing, man. You said you wanted to send me another one, but you haven't, so I just thought I'd let you know. But
well, listen, fellas.
Yeah,
I need to get to work.
No problem. What time's over there, man?
It's 5:30.
What?
In the afternoon. Yeah.
Wow, man.
I finished mowing my lawn, but I need to put away the lawnmower and lock things up. And
25 minutes after 1 in the morning here.
Yeah, what are you doing? You've been on air. What? You've been on air 3 hours, man.
No, I know that. The last one was 5 hours, man.
Doesn't that English woman want you to be in bed next to her?
No, she's in bed now, man.
She's in bed
now.
Do you have to ring the bell?
Listen, I only date once every. I don't date every week or every. It's a one-off, man. So
I see.
I'll get back. I don't know if some of the guys are still in. I'll get back onto these drams. But it's Daniel. It's been fantastic as always, mate.
Thank you.
I haven't subscribed to Daniel's channel, the Whiskey Throttle.
Somebody just popped in here.
Eh?
Yeah, pop on in there. I'm trying to improve it. I'm not quite as good.
Get on there and subscribe to Daniel's channel, man. I think a few of you lads are left in here anyway, but Tonio and all that, these guys can still have a look and check it out. There's still a few guys here that can pop in. Daniel's great stuff, man.
We're trying to do some things a little better.
A whiskey hoarder, so you know,
yeah,
whiskey, then speak to Daniel.
I've done a couple new little shows there, and I'm trying to use a different program.
Yeah,
different than StreamYard, actually.
Okay, what are you using?
It's called Ecamm.
Okay.
Yeah, stop playing hooky. I need to get to work, and I need to get back into the house. The house is the part inside, but I've been doing everything outside. And then I need to go ride motorbikes.
Wow.
Riding around the city right now is a pain. The cops are pulling everybody over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you don't have enough flashy things on your motorbike. They like to pull you over and tell them you don't have enough.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be traveling too far either, should you? It's COVID, distance related, and all that kind of stuff, man. We have it, Daniel. We have it crazy here, right? We've got 4 countries. We've got Scotland, Ireland, England, and Wales, right? At the beginning, they're all on the same page. Now they're all doing their own thing. Right, Scotland, you can drive as far as you want in Scotland. We can't cross borders. England, you can drive as far as you want. You can't cross borders. Wales, you can only drive 5 miles.
Oh, we don't. I don't think we have quite that problem.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some in Scotland, you can have 8 people in your house at one time. England, it's 6 people in your house at one time. There's just so much stuff going on. So they're all on different pages now, man. That's where it's changing. But anyway,
we're not. I just tried to post what Mark asked for there. My name is Whiskey Throttle. It's one word, no E. You'll see a couple other guys, but they're actually talking about motorbikes under Whiskey Throttle as well. I don't use the right. It's exactly the same as my Instagram. But you should be able to copy what I just posted there.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm sure a few of them guys will check you out, Daniel. It's fantastic, man.
Well, it's not I don't do fancy stuff like you and all the other boys do, but we try.
I just drink whiskey, man. I just try to make it organic as it is. That's how it is reality. Some of them have got. I try to start with a script, and then the script goes out the window, man. Whether that's the whiskey or whether it's whatever, but it's where I struggle a little bit is trying. I'm watching you as you're talking away to me.
That's why I like this new program. Check it out. It's meant for at this time only for people with Apple, right? Hey, I just got a new subscriber. Thank you, Mark. It's meant for people with Apples right now. They're going to expand it, I think. Apple computers.
Yeah.
And but it's like having a studio in front of you. So you got to get used to certain things and practice with it. But you'll have your main monitor. And if I have guests on, I can switch cameras. I can preload pictures. Your comments, when you click a comment like you just did here, you can set it up to stay on the screen for 15 seconds, for a minute, for 30 seconds, whatever, and then it automatically just pops off.
It goes away itself, yeah.
Yeah. So your chat, like it's like a TV.
It's a bit more slick.
Studio. It's a TV studio. So if you were the producer in a TV newsroom, you're like, go to camera 1. So you have a column where it's your preset cameras. So you can have more than one camera. You can have this camera set up. I have another camera here. I could call this the pour camera. And then I got the other cameras for my guests. So you're here, you're there. I can have it set up like we have right now, the way you have us split. Or I can easily pop you up and have you when you talk so they can see your lips moving and tell if you're lying or not. That type of stuff, right? So, but anyway, thank you very much for the time. You're more than generous.
Pleasure. Thank you very much, mate. I just thought it was just the timing was perfect. It was almost fateful.
Fate, yeah.
I hadn't planned to crack open the Longmorn tonight, and then I thought,
you must know when I was coming.
And then Daniel pops in, hiya, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
People don't realize that Longmorn 16, I opened it up at my great niece's wedding. I don't know how many years ago. I'd say 6 years at least. And I have found one bottle. I've secured one bottle. And then this guy here just keeps, here's a bottle. And he's got them all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, I've got a few Longmorns, man. You got the...
Yeah, but no, I think I have a couple SMWS Longmorns.
Yeah, you got the old malt cask Longmorn.
Yeah, I might not have that one. Yeah.
Anyway, 13-year-old Longmorn.
Here we go. I gotta go.
No, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Emily, thank you very much, dear.
I'm going to get back to the...
You get back to your bottles. I
man.
appreciate you taking time out to BS with me.
You've got Emily's Chambers has just subscribed to you as well, so you've got a few kicking in there, man.
Emily's been a sub for a while, yep. And then I just saw that one.
Yeah.
Peter. Peter Box. Peter Boxes. Peter Box.
There's a few there, man.
You're a good man. Thanks for the promotion.
Daniel, you take care, buddy.
You too. Don't work too hard.
Always welcome, man. Love having you on.
You are too. We'll arrange something here before they make me go back to work.
No worries, mate. Let's do something. I can do if you want to do something on your channel. Give me a shout, and we can get together and have a wee bit of laugh and a crack up, whatever we want to do.
You will.
Super.
Okay, time to go back out to the air.
I don't like that blue wall though. I like having your whiskey behind you.
Yeah, we'll do it this way next time.
Yeah, you look better with your whiskey behind you.
Yeah, the whiskey makes me look good. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Fantastic.
That's what we said about your wife. She makes you look good.
No. Leave my wife out of this, man.
Yeah, no.
Cheers, buddy.
We didn't say anything bad about your wife. We said that your wife makes you look good.
I'm good, I look good anyway. What do you mean I look good? Listen, I had a Daniel, listen, I had a comment funny. It was funny enough. I did one of my videos recently, and I'm looking through the comment. I can't remember who did the comment. Hopefully I don't think they're in tonight. But he said, watching your video, you look like Ralphie's twin.
Oh.
I thought, Mamma Mia, man. This is that guy's been drinking too much. But no, it's been a pleasure, mate. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Have you get some food now, yeah?
No, I'm gonna go back out in the yard.
All right, no worries. Enjoy the yard, mate.
Yeah, I gotta lose weight. No more
whiskey in the yard.
I got a whiskey barrel in the yard. We can use that.
I'm sure you've got some whiskey in the yard. Cheers, buddy.
All right, guys. Take care.
I won't stay on too much longer, I don't think. But
no, you need to get to bed, son.
Yeah, well, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm not really that bothered.
No. So am I, but I'm still not getting it.
I've still got 3 or 4 whiskeys in front of me here, so I may just finish them off.
Oh, yeah. Finish them up and drink a gallon of water. Go to bed.
No problem, Daniel. Cheers, buddy.
All right. Love you all. Take care.
Hey, thanks very much. Wow. That's awesome, innit? I love Daniel pops in and he's just full of life and full of funniness and big hair and all that, you know. But no, I love when he pops in. Okay, I'm going to try and get back to this 15-year-old Longmorn. Yeah, great. I don't know if everybody's still in. It was in the beginning. Longmorn 15, Dark Cove, committee release. I think I finished the. Yeah, I finished. I actually finished a couple of them, man. So I've got the Ardbeg Dark Cove left. Got a little bit of the Tony Port, Glen Scotia, and I've got a little bit left of the 14. So I'm going to just finish these off quickly, guys. They've been sitting now for quite a while now. So the last 20 guys, I've got 20 guys left in. So need to find a whiskey barrel. Alan need to find a whiskey barrel. Ardbeg wants a chair. Oh no! I seen that baggy right into you, man. I seen he's popping in that he wants a chair. No, they're fantastic, man. Okay, Lagavulin Jazz. Let's compare these in, guys. Let's have a look. Okay, well I tell you what I've done. Committee release is finished, so I've enjoyed the committee release. Might pour a little bit. Let's pour a little bit more of that. Tiny little bit. I'm in love with the Jazz. Wow. Nice. Wow, they're so different, guys. Right, anyway. The one I was enjoying the most earlier, Tony Port. Let's see how Tony Port's doing. Wow. I think Daniel's just super chatted me as well, man. Longmorn 60. I might be able to send him a sample of Longmorn 15, but I don't know if he's into that, but yeah. So how you getting on with Ardbaggy's chair then, Mark? How's that coming along? This is, I think we're coming up for, where are we? Oh, just over 3 hours. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go 5 hours tonight, guys, which is a result. Wow. Mark Slinger. Yeah, Mark. If you want to pour another gram, mate, I'll stay as long as I've still got little bits left of all of these. So yeah, probably another 20 minutes. Let's see what we're on now. 3:10. Yeah, another 20 minutes, half an hour maybe. Yep, that's looking good. No, cheers. I don't know if you're still watching, Daniel, but thanks very much for that. Okay, so Dark Cove. Dry, spicy, peaty, smoky. The Dark Cove thing, it reminds me, it doesn't. When I thought Ardbeg, I'm thinking peat. It's all peat, but this is beautiful. It's sherried, it's peated. It's a nice balance. I have one of my finished chairs and we'll try and catch up on a few of these. How do you highlight a comment to reply to their comment on the phone? Oh, Tony, you've just baffled me with science there, mate. This is peaty, spicy, smoky, fruity, honeyed, vanillaed. This is a nice dram. Compared when I did the Perpetuum, this is a million times better than the Perpetuum. So much more richness. It's fruity. It's sweeter. It's just a total different animal to the Perpetuum's nice, but that wouldn't drive me down a peat road. this might head me in a direction saying, "Oh, let's try some different things," and I might end up on the Lagavulin. This is a toss-up, guys. I might have to do a head-to-head video. Lagavulin. I think there's a couple of videos here. Lagavulin Jazz against the Ardbeg Dark Cove. That might be interesting. I've got the Hazelburn 13 and 14. So there's a few going on there. I've got the Campbelltown, which is a video on its own anyway. But the Longmorn 15s is surprised me how nice it is. It's just as I remember, really, really nice. Let's see who's here now. So what you pouring, Mark? What's going to be your next dram? Wow. Problem I'm finding, guys, now there's that much peat in here at the minute. The Oloroso's getting a wee bit swamped. This is the 14. Draminator's still in. How you doing, Draminator? I don't know if you've popped back or not. Throw the lore in there, maybe not the same class. Okay. If you let me pop into the comments a little bit. There's a few bits going on here that I can catch up with here. Let's have a look. A few bits going on with missed that out. Let's have a look. Okay, Mike Valletto. I have reviewed the Laphroaig lower. Mike, I did enjoy that. I don't think it was a nice, and don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I prefer if the Laphroaig 10 cast strength. I don't think there's much difference in the money. I actually think the Laphroaig lower non-age statement costs more than the Laphroaig 10 cast strength does, but I preferred the cast strength 10. Getting close to finishing a teapot dram batch 6. Oh, I could have joined you with the I've got one sample left in the batch. I've got a bottle left of batch 6, but I've got a sample left. But I think I've got enough to be. You enjoy that teapot, mate. Okay, have you tried the batch 7 teapot, Mark? Okay. Wow, there's some nice whiskey getting drunk in a minute. Mortlach 20. Nice with Samuel Cask. Who else is on? Let's have a look. Klein Lease 14, Tonio. Nice whiskies, man. Caledonia 12. A little bit better than the Boonah. Oh, there's a comparison, eh? They're totally different whiskies, man. I see I've got both. I've got the Boonah 12 and the Caledonia 12. Both on the shelf here. But they are very, very different. I prefer the Frag 10 cast. Yeah, no, the 10 cast strength was better for me. You're right there, Gabriel. You're all kind of waking up now, man. Keep me going. Let's see about Peter. What's Peter White? Oh, Glenn. Peter, mamma mia. I've never tried that, Peter, but I don't know how much it would cost me to get a hold of one of them. 1998 wine casks. Wow, what a guy. Fantastic. Peter, if you ever want to send me some samples, mate, send me as many samples if you want. Because you look like you've got some fantastic whiskey, buddy. I'd love to try some of them. So hopefully I can send you something from my shelves that hopefully you've I don't know if you've not tried them, but there you go. Trying to get my hands on a Springbank cask end for a while now. Let's have a look. Bourbon. Peter it's the old 14-year-old version. Yeah, no, I'm trying to catch up with a few bits and bobs, guys. Yeah, no, it's nice to see you, Peter. Thanks very much for popping in, buddy. Yes. What am I going to try next? What have I done? So still got the. I think I know I keep raving about the Lagavulin, but I keep seeing me drinking the Dark Cove. Both fantastic. I'm really looking forward to actually sitting down with these over the next couple of weeks and maybe do a head-to-head with these, because I think they deserve to go head-to-head because they're both fantastic. That's really spicy now. Okay, let's do a little bit of Lagavulin. I think the Lagavulin nose is better. Wow, Daft Mill. Tony Murphy's been getting some Daft. I think, Tony, you're up round Daft Mill, aren't you? I think, I'm pretty sure, don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure you live up there somewhere near Daft Mill. I think you're in Falkirk, somewhere there. Falkirk, somewhere, I think, if I remember right. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Wow. This jazz is nice. It just seems, I don't know if it's the best way to explain it, but it seems sophisticated and clean and bang on Falkirk. Yeah, no, I'm pretty. Listen, I'm quite good when it comes to them Scottish guys. The Canadian guys and the American guys, I'm a wee bit thrown off, but yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I think I just done in your second sample. You sent me the Boona 25. I don't know if you caught the video. I did the Boona 12 with a 25, but I crashed your second sample of it. Thank you very much, mate. 20-minute drive, eh? Tony Murphy, eh? Tomato and Peter. Oh, you've pulled out the big guns, haven't you? Yeah, tomato and big guns are out. That sample mark, right? I don't know what it is, right? See the tomato and PX, the one I got for you, the single the bottle your own cask. Everybody else seems to be raving about it. I didn't quite. I've preferred a few others. The other one, the Glenallachie PX that you sent me. That sample blew me. I'd had a few by then, and that sample just woke me up, which I think was awesome. But that tomato and PX, I enjoyed it. Initially, I didn't. It got better as I went through the bottle. But everybody that I shared it with loved it, and they're still loving it. So it's one of them things. Whiskey's great, but we all have our own palates. But enjoy that tomatin, my friend. I think I'm ready now to come up. Couple of minutes, 5-10 minutes, and we're kind of head off. We're all kind of sharing Caledonia. Edradour's a distillery at the minute I've really got into. I'm trying to buy maybe as much as I can. Edradour, I didn't have much Edradour before. Didn't have much to do with it. The 12-year-old was phenomenal. I've did a couple of the Balakin samples sent to me. I just feel anything at Edradour. This one I've got is just phenomenal. Fantastic. The colour is just crazy colour. For it's a 10-year-old Edradour. Fantastic. And I think there's one of those distilleries. I actually kind of feel that though it's very small output, I think it's the quality they're putting out should rival that kind of Springbank quality. Those real, it's craft. I think it's a craft distillery. Really, really nice whiskey shop there as well. If you want to go and buy some whiskey, there's a fantastic shop there. But they're putting out some super stuff, particularly the single cask straight from the cask, all that kind of stuff. But I think the prices now are starting to kind of rise. Well, let's have a try of this. I think I'm ready to kind of call it a day, guys. So let me conclude. Thanks for everybody if you've hung on from the start to the finish, then wow, big respect. Olorosa 13 got better as it went down. As you can see, I finished that one, so that was nice. Bit iffy on the nose to begin with, but I think when I delved into the nose, it kind of came across as kind of sour milk, but it got a wee bit more tropical actually, as it's tropical and real. It's not the best nose in the world, but on the palate, it got really, really nice on the palate. Tawny pour, just about finished. This was the one when I initially tried them, I thought this was going to be the winner. Should I rate them? You want me to rate them? Let's have a check. I've got a bit left. Oloroso 14. Fig, raisin, cherry, dry, oaky, spicy. Nice. Wow. Dark Cove. Comparing these two, the Dark Cove and the Lagavulin. The Lagavulin's, again, I keep saying it, it's more sophisticated, it's more. The Dark Cove's a wee bit more aggressive, a wee bit more smoky, a wee bit more drier. Wow. Just to let you know, the Longmorn 15 is long gone. So I don't know whether that's a clue. But I haven't got any Longmorn 15 left. Everything else is gone. Rate wise, okay. This is on a whim, guys, so it may turn out when I do the reviews, maybe it's a bit different, but the one that I liked the most, I must admit, is the Longmorn 15, which I didn't plan to open tonight. Second was this is complicated. I think I preferred the Jazz. I think the Lagavulin Jazz was second. Third, Tawny Port, Glen Scotia. Fourth, Ardbeg. And dropping in at the end is the two Hazelburns. But I think I initially preferred the 14 on the nose and the palate. And the 13 was a bit iffy on the nose, but I enjoyed it on the palate. So I think, yeah, I put the 14 ahead of the 30. I prefer the 14 rather than the 13. That's tonight. That's on a one-off. These are all neck pours, guys. Fantastic whiskies. Just before I get off, I'm just going to have a quick last whiz through the comments to see what's I'm missing anything. Thanks, Alan. Great yarn tonight, fella. How are you getting a coin? How'd you get a coin? Tonio, just go to one of my latest videos, and if you go into the descriptions, there's a link in the descriptions to tell you how to get one. I've only got 5 or 6 left, so you need to be quick. There's no many left, man. I'm looking to organise a second batch, but this is the last. I'm really down to the bare bones of the first batch. I've got a number, any specific number. I've got 58 there. Whiskey Friend, YouTube, and this camera's a nightmare. The pleasure is in the sharing. So you want one, Tonio, just drop me an email, mate. Alan Wilson 15@sky.com. Well, I notice you've got 18 of you left. I'm really chuffed that 18 of you have hung on to the end. Hopefully there's some nice whiskey. You've enjoyed it. It's been a bit of chat. I've loved it. I've had another great time. I go in with the best intentions. Let's do a plan. Let's set it all out. Let's work to a routine, but it always goes off base. But I'd like to say, let's even just catch up as you're getting off. I've not missed anything. Went to eat dinner, and Alan is still impressive. Nice to see you, Mike. Oh, Mike Meyer, if you're still there, just let me know if you're still there, mate, because I want to just do a quick something for you, mate. If you're still in, just let me know if you're still there, Mike. Alan, the PX is now the PX is now the distillery. 2020 Whiskey Festival bottle, 100 quid. Oh, fucking hell, man. Is that, can I just, how do you get hold of one? Tonio, thanks, Alan. Get a coin. Yep, no problem. You can do that, mate. Just pop on to Alan Wilson 15@sky.com and drop me an email. I'll tell you how to get one. Let's have a look. Jazz bottle sounds amazing. I'd love to try that. Wow. Samuel Cast, I think you're in the draw for the super chat. You've super chatted tonight, so hopefully you've got a chance of getting a hold of that. It's super. It's wonderful. Samuel Cast, where are you based? Just let me know where you're based. Anyway, I may just send you a sample anyway, mate. If it's easy to get it to you, I'll send you one. Just drop me an email, alanwilson15@sky.com. Los Angeles, 4:52 p.m. over here. Thanks again. Richard, thank you very much, mate. Thanks for popping in. We're into the small hours. I think it's 1 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. But that's me, guys. Fantastic for the guys that have stayed in. Thanks for the guys that have popped in. For all the guys on Facebook, I don't have that access to Facebook at the minute. I will go back and check it out. Check their comments out. That's fantastic. If you want to watch the replay, too late. You could have watched 13 hours of it, but that's me. I'm Alan. I'm the Whiskey Friend. Lockdown whiskies have just been tasted. I hope to do the full reviews of all these whiskies anyway. So they'll come up in the near future. Glad I've opened them. I was a wee bit apprehensive at opening them, but I'm glad I've done it. And until the next time, guys, thank you very much for staying with me all this time. And I'll catch you again on the next one. A couple of weeks, we'll be back. And I'll do a draw to the guys that have won the samples. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. See you soon. Cheers.